officially going.
Oh, officially?
We're not officially. Well, I mean, we'll still start 2 o'clock, but now I think this is. I'm gonna leave it there now.
I don't know what else this. That kind of sounded better.
Well, I have the actual levels over here, so we'll adjust as needed. All right, so if you're joining us now, thank you.
We're not on yet.
We're streaming now. So
people can hear us. I think
people
people do better with like music. They have like music playing.
Do you want me to play some music?
I don't know. I don't think we should use real music.
That's true. We're gonna get blocked.
We're gonna get blocked.
Capital B.
I wish I still had like all of the over my summer job when I would just like download a bunch of like non-copyrighted music because I didn't want it to get blocked on there, which is funny enough because like there were like bung skits where they played real songs and I posted them all, and a bunch of them got like I think one got blocked and like accounts came out to me. It's like how come I can't see my kid? And I'm like because it was blocked.
Blocked.
I'm sorry.
Womp womp.
Blame the internet.
Blame the internet. That's so true. All right, can you mute that? That's super trippy.
What?
I suddenly talk and then 3 seconds I hear myself. Wild.
I don't think we did that before. I think I'll mute it when do you want me to mute it now?
Or you can put some headphones in it.
My headphones are so far away.
I have these.
Did you turn
in
it
my
Did
butt
you turn it
pocket.
off already, or was it just like
No. Oh shit. I did not turn it. Oh, why does it say offline? No, I'm not offline. I didn't end it. Oh no. That's so sad. I mean, I'm connected to the internet on my device. No data. Wait, good, no data.
Well, luckily that happened 3 minutes before.
Yeah.
Ugh. How do you check? Because like if I sit down, like it pops up and then.
Oh, damn it.
What happened?
Alright. I'm gonna have to fucking stop it again. Stupid. Alright. Hopefully this should be okay. Hold on, it's loading.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Oh, okay.
Alright, oh, did it work? Nice. It's telling me on my computer that it's just not working.
Well, okay, now it's not. What is up with that?
I don't know. This is so stupid.
It's like going in and out.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, do you consider this like super dorky that me and my family now own on Amazon the Rugrats Hanukkah special?
Nice. That's exciting. Oh,
that's a good special.
It says we're live. This is so weird. My computer is like wigging.
Yeah. I always really like Rugrats is like kind of my favorite because like they always acknowledge like most holidays and made a special about it.
Nice. Rugrats is good. Well, that's what they really benefit from having a half Jewish character.
Yeah. Also seems like a lot of like the parents were like older like adults when they had kids because like the way they're drawing they don't look like they're in their 20s.
Right. But I think that's to reflect the age of the people who are making the show.
Yeah. Who's the younger brother, Stu or Drew?
I think Drew. Drew is younger?
So then he'd get before his older brother then.
Hmm.
Because Angelica's 3.
Or maybe, yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know, actually.
That's like that dark story about like all of this is in Angelica's head.
Oh, I hate that theory. It's the worst.
It's just sad.
All right, okay.
Are we on?
I don't know. We'll see us.
Hey! Mine is like grainy.
It's the I have scan lines and I can't get the scan lines away.
Oh.
Because it's the worst. All right.
I turned off I turned on the mute button. Do you want me to put the headphones in?
This is so exciting. Is this that exciting? Can I get a link to this? I'm gonna start posting this place.
There's one person watching and I think it's me.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Is there anybody watching and you can tell us what the sound is?
Yeah, because we have no idea.
Like, it doesn't sound good from here. And the delay is hilarious.
How am I going to link to this?
Oh, you should probably go on Facebook, too.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, you do that then.
But can I see us? Thanks for hanging with us, folks, as we figure this the heck out. Oh, let me start recording here too.
On my phone.
Is there anybody out there? How is it? You can see everything on your computer, but my computer can't. I think it's just my computer. I think my computer's wigging out.
Kaylin's computer's wigging out, and nobody can hear us because there's nobody watching.
This is so sad. All right.
Well, yeah, we didn't advertise it very well.
Maybe we did. Okay.
And either way, it's going to be up like near the end anyway. Or not near the end. Nope, it went out again. Nope, we're good. I think. It keeps like going in and out.
That sounds alright. Is that Mary?
Or if you Mary. Well, now I can't really hear anything.
Oh, now.
Is the mic working? Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Also put it on the tweets.
Yep. All right.
There's 2 people watching. Is one of them you?
I think one of them is me. It's Mary. Hi, Mary. We're sort of started, but not really.
Nobody's really watching.
Stop by and say hi. All good. Come on in. Have a seat somewhere. Pull up a chair.
Okay.
All right.
You wore your Spider-Man shirt.
I am.
I'm going to switch it over to my Spider-Man jacket when we're done here.
I don't have a Spider-Man jacket.
I don't.
You go. It's like right.
All right.
He's like walk right past the camera. This is
That's
Mary.
Hello.
Say hi. Is she on camera?
Not really. You can move the bench over if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to join us on camera as we
Sure.
talk about things that I don't. Have you seen Orphan
I don't
Black?
think have you seen Orphan Black?
Have I what?
Have you seen Orphan Black?
I haven't.
Okay. Then
Okay, cool. That's all we're talking about.
Well, maybe if we have time, we'll do end of the year stuff. This is like a delay.
So just come and join us. All right. So whenever you're ready, we can get this sucker started.
Am I mute this? Do you want me to mute this? Blah, 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 blah. Do you want me to mute this?
Please mute it.
All right.
Or put headphones in. Thank you.
It doesn't say if anybody's watching now.
Does it say 0 people watching? Oh, it just doesn't.
It is sad because we don't know if the volume's good or anything.
I mean, I can see it from here, so I know it's going out okay, and my stream health says it's okay.
Okay,
Whatever
well,
that means.
let me see. I know
I have
somebody's
one
watching,
person
but I'm gonna
watching.
like send something in the chat. Hi.
Say hi.
I did,
Yay.
but that's just me, so I don't think we're actually gonna.
Top chat. Live chat. Yeah. I see you there. Excellent.
I don't see anybody else though.
Excellent. That's all right.
We just posted
We'll
it.
just get started.
All right, let's pull out the.
Because we're going to post this
Bam.
anyway, so. Oh. Are we
I-
drinking today?
This is like a drink to
Is
you?
this the kind of discussion we're having today? The kind where we just drink a lot?
No, I think there's alcohol in this. Or original dark
Excellent.
Belgian chocolate truffles with a smooth filling hinting with real strawberries.
More like hinting at some alcohol. Hey,
All right, whatever. Point is, that's how you do it.
are we enjoying this? Are we gonna chew loudly into the microphone? Is this
Oh,
ASMR?
I just thought we could just like try it and see what
is
happens.
this? Is it?
Put the wrapper up to the mic.
What is it, like the AMSMR crap?
Hey, just thought you'd like to try
Oh,
some
sorry,
candy.
you're breaking up.
Yeah, we're like, hey guys, how's our sound?
I just thought we could try it because I have no
It's
idea. I don't know if this tastes like alcohol or not.
That's tasty.
Oh, that's good. Now I'm gonna have chocolate mouth this whole stream.
It's fine.
Oh, great.
There's 3 people watching.
Oh, and they came in and us. It's because of the ASMR.
Is that like a sexual thing?
No, it's not a sexual thing.
Are you
No,
sure?
it's just what you do when you want to get off the phone with someone. You just,
If you're in the chat, is that like a sexual thing?
It's not.
Okay.
I know ASMR.
Okay.
I don't do it. Although, if you guys want to see me make an ASMR YouTube channel, just let me know. So, I bet it's my dad. I bet my dad's watching. He's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? I don't have a good answer for you. We should probably talk about the show now.
But Mary's never seen it. She's just like in the corner. Here, let me.
Yeah, come on.
There you go.
Scooch in. Mary's joining us, and she's wearing a Spider-Man shirt because we're seeing Spider-Man.
We're seeing Spider-Man
I'm
later.
so excited.
and I love how it's like the vintage style.
It is.
Excellent. All right.
He's also never seen Orphan Black, so this will be fun.
This is gonna be fun. You're gonna have no idea what we're talking about.
We're just gonna spoil it for
So,
you.
spoilers.
Okay, no problem.
It's a good show,
It's a
though.
show about clones
Clones.
that that Caitlin saw for the first time this year.
Yeah, that was what we watched like the whole year.
I think it was because we did.
Our last live stream was the end of January last year.
Okay, so this probably shouldn't have taken us a
Earlier
year,
this
but it took us a year.
Life got in the way.
Life got in the way.
Life is wild, man.
And my face is so blocked. Ugh.
We can't.
I think it's just because I'm short.
You're not even that short.
I think I'm technically average height for a woman.
Yeah. What are you like?
I'm
5'5"?
like 5'4" and 3/4 technically.
All right. Yeah, that's like literally the average height.
Yeah.
I'm just slightly taller.
Super watching. If anybody wants to say hi in the chat, we're gonna be here for a while.
We're just watch. Oh boy.
I feel like this might be a thing where like, people watch later on, which I'm fine with.
That's usually what happens. I
I'm
mean,
fine.
our last live stream got like 1,000 views. Like,
Did it get 1,000
afterwards.
event afterwards?
In my head, it got 1,000 views. It may only have like 200, but
I don't know.
all right.
We'll round up.
I feel like I'm wearing a jacket that Sarah Manning might wear.
It is.
I
That's a
didn't
very Sarah Manning.
I literally just wore it because I like it a lot.
Nice.
I got it for Christmas.
Very nice.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Shout out to parents. Sometimes they don't suck. Sometimes they're great. Hi, Mom.
We should probably talk about the show, right?
You want to do like the full intro?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we do on this show here.
Welcome.
We have like a full intro. This is great. How many viewers do we have now? Are we down to -1? All right, go for it.
Welcome to first reaction, fan reaction, end of show of Orphan Black live stream.
Woo!
I'm Dara Whitman.
I'm Caitlin Clivier.
And Mary's here.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Mary's just here because
I'm just chilling.
she's just chilling. She
chilling.
hasn't seen Orphan Black. We don't have time to show the entire show to her.
We don't. This is only going to be at max 2 hours, so we definitely don't have enough time to even show.
We can
like,
watch 2 episodes. And it's the first
It's
2 in
reactions
like season
2.0.
1, which isn't even the best season.
That's true.
It was a good season.
Yeah. All
But we're going to talk about the entire show of Orphan Black,
Mm-hmm.
what our final thoughts are on the show, likes, dislikes, best season, worst season, best character, worst character,
Okay.
theories for if they ever do a sequel to Orphan Black, which I don't know if there's any plans to do that in the near future, but I
Mm-hmm.
have some thoughts.
I really want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then maybe bring up Gravity Falls a bit because that's our next show.
Yeah. I'm
Which is-
I'm super excited.
Because she's got
For
the
that.
power back, and
I got
hopefully
the
the show
power
won't
back.
take us a year to watch.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It's a lot shorter of a show.
Yeah. And if we have other time, we'll talk about end of the year stuff.
Yeah.
And say like what we liked.
Yeah, and what we didn't like.
Yep.
All right,
So
let's get started.
there's some people watching.
There's still people watching. Miraculously, I'm pretty sure it's
Just
my
us.
parents. Yeah, or my parents.
It's
I don't
fine.
know.
So Kaylin,
Yes.
I totally lost my train of thought.
Oh boy, we're getting off to a great start here.
Oh, no, it's okay, we're good.
Did you write down questions, or are we just winging this whole thing?
I probably should have. I have them in my head.
Do you remember last year? No, like when we did the Legend of Korra live stream, I was like,
you had like notes.
I had notes. I had like a full page of notes.
I have notes in my head, and okay. So, I think we like at the last episode talked about the end of season 5, but we haven't talked about the whole show.
We didn't like review the show.
So I would say that like the first show that we watched that I picked was Firefly.
Yes,
and like you liked it, but like I wasn't that happy that I think like because like, you didn't like it as much as I thought you would.
Yeah,
and I was kind of like, which sucks. But I think you like the show more.
I do. I like the show more than Firefly. Which there's nerds everywhere gasping in disbelief. They're like, "Oh my god, Firefly is like the best show ever."
I just gasped internally in my head.
Well, I think like we said that. So like the first season's got like a lot of potential. That show, like, but like, it was just the one show. Like if it went on longer,
yeah. Firefly is definitely a show that is.
Serenity ruined it. I don't know if you guys saw.
Really? You don't like Serenity? Really? I love that movie.
Killed it.
Really?
I thought it was terrible.
I didn't know that about you.
Interesting.
Okay.
I dislike the movie.
All right, Mary, get the hell out of our show.
I might be salty because a lot of the characters I like died.
That's
so
true.
That might be part of it. So.
That is true.
Only 2 of them died, technically.
And then a random dude who somehow got included with everyone else at the end, which is BS. Anyway, we do have the full Serenity podcast review. It's still on our channel, and you all should go listen to it if you've seen Serenity, because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on that, and it was good. It was a good time.
Yeah,
I talked a lot about Firefly as a series, and I think that we had some good points.
But like, I think that was like me like saying like, oh, maybe because for a while like it was one of my favorite shows, and now it's like kind of backpedaled a bit on that.
Right.
I still like it because you know Nathan Fillion is just
that's true. He's good.
But Orphan Black you like more.
I do. Yes,
also,
definitely.
I think like one thing it actually concludes.
Right, it's like a full series, has a beginning, middle, end, and it wraps up very nicely. Like it ends well.
So full thoughts on the show.
Full thoughts on this show. It's good. Watch it. That's it.
Do you think it's like up there in like one of your favorite shows, or do you think it's like
I don't know, because it is different than we've talked about this before. How the shows that we show each other are different than shows that we normally watch. Yeah. They're shows that we end up liking a lot, but they're shows that have very different feels to them. Like I end up watching a lot of animated series and a lot of more I don't want to say kid friendly, but a lot more like family oriented stuff. Because I don't know, I find stuff like that entertaining in the way that I don't think you have to really be either risky or edgy to create good content. So I like things that are a little more creative with that. So I don't end up watching a lot of shows like Orphan Black that, you know, has a lot more mature of a rating that can go a lot of those places. Not because I don't like them or because I think one is necessarily better than the other. It's just a lot of the content I don't end up watching. So we do end up watching different series, and so it's hard to compare with other stuff I've watched because I feel like it's very different. I can compare it with Firefly because we've kind of watched that in the same kind of context because we did it for the show. But when I put it amongst other stuff that I really like, it doesn't necessarily compare, and that's not a good thing or a bad thing. I just feel like it's a very apples and oranges kind of situation. But I do really like Orphan Black as a series, and if you want to, you know, just talk about a more grounded sci-fi series, which is really what it is. It's a grounded science fiction series. This is definitely, I don't really know what else I can compare it to, but it's definitely like up there because I think it's just a very well done. It has just it's a very well-rounded show. Yeah. In all of its aspects, it just does everything well, and I really appreciate that about the show.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything that because I know like when with me like watching the show for the first time, there was like stuff that happened that I was surprised happened. Like I thought the show was gonna go one way and then it went a different way. So was there a thing you were like surprised by like that happened in the show, like and like maybe like the way like the plot like moved forward?
I don't know because it's hard because I try not to go into it thinking it's gonna go one way or another, and I think that's because the shows that we end up watching here they're already ended. So when it's already over, I feel like there's less room for speculation. I mean, you can still like speculate, oh, I think this is going to happen, or like, I think this character is going to die, or I think it's going to go one way or another. But I feel like I end up just like sitting back and just kind of letting things happen. So I'm trying to think of things that surprised me. As far as like directions it went, and I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Well, not like for me, like when I first saw the show, I thought it was going to be a show where like we were going to have a bunch of clones.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you. That reminds me. That's a really good point. The fact that there's clones is revealed in the first episode. Like, it's like in the very first 10 minutes. I was super surprised about that because the way I thought it was happened, I knew Tatiana Maslany played all these different characters. I knew there were clones. I knew that going into this. It's pretty much everything I learned, which was really nice because I really didn't know any spoilers. But I thought it was going to be everyone was living their separate lives, and then the show would continue for a little bit, and then like maybe the midpoint or the episode 7 twist or the season 1 ending is when all of those things finally converge. I was super surprised. First 5 minutes of the show, Sarah meets Beth, and like that's how the whole show kicks off, and it makes perfect sense in the show. Like it kicks things off really nicely in a way that I think sets up for good pacing. But I definitely wasn't expecting going in the first thing in the show to be like, oh, clones, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I knew that because that was like how it was advertised.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really.
Yeah, I didn't even I saw. It's funny when I think of Orphan Black and the advertisements I saw for it. I remember seeing some ads on BBC America when it first came out. Yeah. I think this was very beginning of college is when it came out, like 2013. Am I right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think 2012 I saw advertisements for it, and it was so vague that I had no idea what was going on. I just saw there's a lady, and I think she's running, and she's wearing a leather jacket. And that's all I remember. And various shots that make no sense. And I was like, Orphan Black. And I'm like, I have no idea what the show's about. I have zero idea what the show's about. So even going into it, even when I learned the basics of it, there's so much I didn't know about the series going into it.
I thought we got a comment.
Hey, how's it going?
One of the best shows I've ever watched. Just amazing. She's one of the best actresses. Tatiana Maslany. So many personalities, all different. Oh, crap.
Yes.
Go back. Does the live stream go off again?
Oh, no. Am I back?
No.
Ah, what a shame. What a shame. I don't know how to fix that. It says it's good for me. Maybe it's just your internet.
Maybe, but it's loading.
Oh,
can you reload it?
Yeah, buffer. Refresh it. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Who's that? What's his name? Ramon? Hey,
Raymond.
Ramon.
Yeah, I mean, Tatiana Maslany is fantastic.
She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing in the series. I cannot... just the I don't know, the range she has.
Yeah, and I
think incredible.
Well, my thing is with shows or even movies where somebody plays multiple people or the thing that makes them really good is that you constantly forget that it's one person.
Right. I mean, we all grew up with Lindsay Lohan's The Parent Trap, and we all forgot.
I thought they were actually twins for the longest time.
That's what we all grew up thinking. And even then, they were very similar, but
I thought they were actually twins, and then I watched the clip for Get a Clue, and I'm like, oh, I guess only one of them's doing well.
That's a lie.
What?
She actually ate the clone.
It's fine, but because I remember watching the first season, I'd be thinking if one of the characters wasn't with anybody, their clones, I'm like, oh, that sucks. I can't really hang out with them. Or if they weren't in an episode, I'm like, oh, that sucks. That actor doesn't get to do anything that week. And then I'm like, wait.
The same person the whole time.
It's the same person. So there's enough characters that it's just kind of
but
they're all it's weird because they're different enough so that you can tell them apart, and they have different personalities they can tell them apart. But then they're not none of them are 2-dimensional characters.
Right. They all have depth to them.
The most 2-dimensional is probably Crystal. And maybe Tony.
Tony. But Tony is a very one-off character that we can talk about later. But she was so great. And it's funny. There's 1 or 2 times where she kind of lets it slip a little bit, and I can see it. But there's very, very rarely, even when there's so many characters.
I don't even notice because I'm focusing on the story.
Yeah, but there's it was maybe 1 or 2 times in the entire series, in the entire 50 episodes, where I kind of saw it peek through, but. Really, I mean, she deserved that Emmy, through and through.
And also, when she's a clone playing a clone.
Oh, that's so good.
Because you have to be different even then.
Yeah, it's a lot of that had to be exhausting. That had to be so much to do. But yeah, no, she was incredible in the series.
Yeah, because it's technically such a small cast, but there's a lot of characters.
I know when you actually look at all the actors, line them up, you're like, there's only 5 people here.
Oh yeah,
there's 20 characters.
Ramon's the only one. I don't know if Ramon's the only one that's here right now, so.
Sup, Ramon. Thanks for hanging with us.
Some of the best scenes are her playing a character that's playing her other characters, and you can tell it's her other character playing another character. It's just then you go, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, but I remember like when I first like was watching season 1, because season 1 I watched it when it ended, so I kind of binged through that, and then after that I was watching it weekly. So I assumed there was gonna be like every season you're gonna meet a couple clones, and like it was kind of gonna be in and out, and there's gonna be like a bunch of like different characters, and like they're all gonna be like like I thought we were gonna maybe meet like another like American one, or like I was like I thought we were gonna meet like a clone from like Brooklyn, and they were gonna have a very thick Brooklyn accent, or like New York accent,
right?
Or like I don't know, like a different clone from like France, like which they bring up, but like you don't actually meet them, or like even like Australia. So I thought that was gonna be the thing.
Yeah.
But like you kind of just like once like you meet like the main four or five clones, and then they're the main focus.
Right.
There's a couple ones that come in, but for the most part.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
And you can see it in like all the promotional material for the series. It only features like the like 4 of them.
Yeah.
So like they do have like it does have a very central cast of characters, which is interesting. Yeah, it would have been interesting to that would have been a very different take on the series.
I always wondered if that was like budget. If like maybe like or like like
it's the same person. They're paying the same amount of money.
But like makeup and like having them all together probably like the 4 clone dance scene that took a while.
Yeah.
So like that kind of thing.
Oh, that was amazing. But so it would have been a very different series for them to. You want to refresh it?
Yeah.
So I think
it's on yours. No,
it's.
Oh, no, we're good.
I said I'm good.
Maybe it might be my thing.
Just my internet. The internet in my house. We're in my basement. So it would have been a very different series, but like I think it could have been an equally good series.
Yeah.
For them to just like one season focuses on like this group of clones and then another, and maybe like the last one like everyone converges, which would be really interesting to like follow different stories and not follow the same like 4 stories that keep going. I thought that would have been really cool. That would have been like very like the original idea for like Heroes. If anybody remembers that, and then they never did it. But I think that could have been a really cool series. It would have ended up being a lot different.
Yeah,
but it would have been interesting.
I think I just assumed that like there was like going to be a bunch of different clones.
Yeah,
and like they'd have to like do more. I guess like also thought it'd be more like traveling. Like they'd have to like travel to different places for some reason. But like I kind of like what they did. It just wasn't what I was expecting.
Which would create some wacky budget problems. Which is partially why they canceled Sense8. Anyway.
Aww.
So sad.
Sense8. Shout out to Felix. Perfect compliment.
Oh my god. Felix is one of my favorites. Like, hands down.
I was going to ask, like, because I was going to say, who's your favorite character? And, like, I'm not sure if it's actually a clone. So I was going to say, who's your favorite, like, clone character versus favorite, like, non-clone character? Because they're also really good.
That's a really good comparison to
Felix is really good, though.
Felix, I love Felix. He's such a good, I think he's a very well-written sidekick.
Yeah.
Because he is a sidekick character. I mean, he has his own plot lines. He does a lot of his own stuff. But, he does basically exist in the show to be a sidekick. But just that, like, he's just really well done. And
yeah, well, like most of the side characters are like their own person.
Yeah.
And like they do have their own lives, but they understand like because like everything in the show is very dire.
Yeah.
So they basically understand that like obviously yes, I do want my own life and like I have my own life, but like all the stuff's going on with like my friend is very like dire, and I need to help them.
Right. Especially like you can see that later on in the series, because like Felix is always willing to like drop anything to like help Sarah, help the clones. And but then later in the series he's like, hey, I am somebody with my own life, I have to like do this, like whether it's with finding his biological sister.
I think that's still on the camera.
Did my camera go off? Oh no, guys, my camera went off.
That's what the remote's for?
Yeah, it doesn't really work though.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, I tried it.
Mary, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
You're just like sitting here because you don't know what you're talking about.
I appreciate it.
I do remember seeing
advertisements. Well, because like that was when I was watching with Doctor Who was still like I think it's still on BBC America, so you would see the advertisements. You're like, what?
I vaguely remember these advertisements, and I do remember feeling like, what is this show?
I think there was like a dead body in the advertisements. I don't remember.
Who knows?
Dead bodies. They're fun. Welcome back.
Well, it starts with the dead body. But
that's true.
So no, I don't think Felix is your favorite non-clone character though.
Really?
You love art.
I love art.
Why do you love art so much?
I don't know. I think because I am really fascinated by characters who seem like they belong in a different story. Like, Art is a detective, and what he does is just, like, he's doing his own cop detective thing. And I'm so, like, I don't know, and to him get to, like, pulled into, like, this weird sci-fi stuff, I think it's so interesting, because he's very grounded in what he does. He's smart, and he's just, like, a good dude. Just, like, I like characters who are just, like, good, decent people, but it's I think it's one of the reasons why I also really like Alice and Donnie's characters, because they should not be mixed up in the stuff that they're mixed up in, and that's so fascinating to me. Like, characters who necessarily aren't the main characters, and really are the heroes of very, very different stories, but somehow get roped into things that aren't necessarily made for them. And I really enjoy that about different characters. That's, I think, one of the reasons why I really like Art. Plus, he's just a good dude. And he's my boy.
Like, he was somebody, like, he could go either way, like, in season 1, but, like, you knew, like, he just, like, wanted to find out the truth. Yeah. And then when he does, he's like, all right, I'm on board. Yeah. And so I think that's why I really like Art. But I also really like, but I just really like Felix's character. I think, honestly, a lot of the kind of the satellite characters, like some of the guys, I think they're just very well done, and I just really enjoy them. Like, I think they just add an unexpected amount, because they could have been very, like, two-dimensional satellite characters, but I think they are their own people, and I think that's a real tribute to the writing. Well, I think also what I liked is that, like, everybody who, like, should be in the know is in the know by, like, season 2. Yeah. Like, everybody's in the know. Like, it's not like a big, like, it's constantly a reveal. Yeah, which makes me really happy, because, I don't know, I'm always, like, very tired by plots that involve keeping secrets. Like, I think, you know, keeping a secret is a really easy way to create drama, and sometimes it works really well. But after a point, like, after, like, 2 episodes, I'm like, all right, I'm done. Can we just, like, let everyone in on it now? Yeah. Like, I'm ready. I think, like, it definitely took a couple seasons, but, like... But yeah, once, like, everyone was in on it, and it just, like, adds, like, because it can add, like, different stuff now. Like, okay, secrets are easy drama, but now you can get to interpersonal reacting stuff. People, you know, are, like, happy about this, sad about this, and it just creates a lot of different opportunities, which I think can be done very creatively. Yeah, and, like, I don't really mind that with Orphan Black, because it's kind of like a thing of, like, okay, well, like, first, like, everybody else, like, our main characters need to get in the know. Yeah. And then you can tell everybody else. Right. And then who was, like, I think the last people to find out were, like, Donnie and Scott, technically. Yeah, they still found out pretty... They found out, they found out, like, near the end of season 2. Yeah. Like, Mrs. S found out by the end of season 1. And then, who else? I'm trying to think. Oh, crap. Oh, we got some comments. We did. Watching from beginning, I had no idea Paul's death would hurt so much. He grew so much in this show. It hurt. Oh, we should talk about that later on. I'd love to... Bring up Paul. Bring up Paul, yeah. Paul's, yeah. Yeah. Also, Art, one of my favorites, also one of the best TV cops on TV. Hell yeah. Yeah. He is. He is actually. Like, he knows what he's a good detective. He's good, he's smart, and, like, even when he wasn't, like, in on it yet, he was so close to figuring out. Like, literally just... He was missing the one piece, which was wild. But, like, the only reason, like, he probably couldn't figure it out is because who would think of clones? Who would think of clones? Who? Yeah. So Art's pretty good. Scott figured out clones, just didn't figure out who was the clone. I feel like Scott's my boy. He just, like, he grew up so much. Like, he was such a dork. Yeah. Like, and he's still a dork. But, like, Scott is really funny as a character, because he started out very two-dimensional. He was just, like, geek boy in the lab who had a crush on the girl. He had a crush on the lesbian. But then, like, as he kept going on, like, they kept bringing him back to do science stuff, and then they just, like, adopted him, like, into the cast, and I love that. I really like that, because he could have just been a very two-dimensional and just, like, oh, I'm the geeky thing. Could have been a neckbeard. Kevin Hellwizard Goldsmith. Seriously, if you guys watching this have not... That was our one bit. Have not listened to the bit where... Yeah, there was the one character. He's in there for, like, all of, like, what, season 5? He's there, like, starting, in the lab stuff. But and he's in for, like, so much of the series, but he doesn't have a real name. I forget when he's introduced. I think he's introduced in season 2, and then he's in a little bit of season 3, and then he's, like, in it. Yeah. But then he's like in it, and he, like, shows up a lot of episodes, but he's never given, like, a name. He doesn't have a character arc. That's when you want to talk about two-dimensional satellite characters. Like, he's the one. Yeah, right. He's the one. He's the only two-dimensional character, really. But I like him. Yeah, he doesn't have a personality. He doesn't have a full name. He's just Hellwizard, and they don't even say it. We had to find that out by Wikipediaing it. Our robot has to leave soon. He has a name now, and it's Kevin. Yeah. Kevin Goldsmith. Our robot has to leave soon. Just wanted to let you know I really appreciate your reactions to the show. Perfect to watch if you don't have time to see the whole episodes and get my fix in. Thank you.
Thanks, Ramon. We really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
And we're fine if not many people are watching right now.
They'll watch it later.
We'll feel like you'll watch it eventually.
Tell your friends about us.
We'll get better at this, guys.
What do you mean? We're already great. We're so
That's
good.
not how. I thought you said that's not how success works.
Success is not linear.
But I guess he brought up Paul, and I'll say this: I think my least favorite character was Paul.
Really?
I don't hate Paul. I think I did for a while. But I don't hate Paul. But compared to everybody else,
right?
Besides bad guys and stuff, they're obviously the worst.
Yeah.
But we did have some good bad guys. Paul was just he was just kind of I think I thought for a while he was a weak point, and then rewatching it, I didn't think he was he had some good acting moments.
Yeah.
But for a while he was just kind of there. And everybody else seemed more interesting, and then they killed him off, and I'm all right, that's fine.
I forget the point where there was a point where he seemed like a character who's going to be there from beginning to end,
and then he wasn't. That was a surprise too, wasn't it?
Somewhere in season 3, it was when he did something he came back to do something good. Well, not his last episode. It was a few episodes before that when he was
when he was finding out what Cody was doing.
Yeah. Once he was starting to obviously be on the clone side, I'm okay, he's not gonna make it.
Well, for a while, no, he was always on the clone side. So the point was he was kind of being a double agent.
He was, very double agenty. I thinking on it now, it's so funny because once he is out of this series, I kind of forgot how vital of a role he plays in the first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
he's in so much of it.
Yeah,
and I'm totally blank. Until right now, I'm oh yeah, he was in so much of it, a very involved character.
I was thinking about this. I think another surprise to you because I remember that reaction, which unfortunately got blocked. But if anybody wants me to repost it, I'll find a way to repost it. Was when you found out Mark was a clone.
Oh my god, that was so good.
You had no idea.
I did not, and I was so.
Mark's a clone. You don't know who Mark is.
Yeah, that's the best part. Yeah, you just forget all of this and then watch the series, and then you won't even remember because we're talking basically talking Cody.
That was because I think everybody thought for a while that Paul was going to be the clone.
Yeah,
which I think could have worked, but then
somebody made the comment that on one of our
Steve?
videos. I forget if it was Steve.
It might have been.
Shout out to Steve.
This might not be watching, but it's okay.
But it was Project Castor, and Paul is in Pollux, Pollux and Castor.
Yeah.
And I was aha. But I guess they decided to go another way.
I think because once you bring up the fact that they're technically genetically siblings, and it would have been
they would have been there was way too much sex in there.
Yeah.
For them to be
they fucked
siblings.
He fucked a lot of clones.
He did. He what 3?
3, I think.
3 whole clones. He did it with, so they couldn't be.
And
siblings.
definitely all of them multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Because he was in relations with them, also being forced to have sex with one of them.
Yeah. Oh, don't. That was bad.
That was bad.
Consent.
It's reloaded on your face. I think it still is. I think it's just it's going in and out a bit on my computer.
Right. My thing says we're still.
That's fine then. Ramon commented a lot. It's fine. Okay, so we talked about that. We talked about we love all the side characters.
Yes.
I think the only Paul was definitely devastating death. Mrs. Death was also a pretty devastating death.
I think I said in the episode where we reviewed this, and I was surprised she made it that long in the series.
Yeah, you did.
She was the maternal, not necessarily a mentor figure, but the mama bear figure, and just in series like that. I mean, there's certain characters who are never gonna make it to the end, and the mentor character, the older wiser character, because that's part of if you're following a very stereotypical kind of hero's journey arc.
But
they're never gonna make it because that's how characters grow by just killing.
But she basically dies right at the end. So
yeah, right at the end, which was very interesting. So it was cool to see her make it that long. But yeah, well, it was funny because the closer we were getting to the end, I was maybe we're just gonna make it the whole time. This is gonna be great. And then the episode
where she dies.
The episode where she's crying, writing a note. You're she's she's gonna.
That was also because I totally forgot that episode that Gracie also got murdered.
Yeah, it was the same episode. I felt so bad because she deserved better than this.
She did. I feel if she just ran away and didn't go with Mark, she probably would have been fine. Maybe.
Yeah. But,
I don't know.
But they loved each other.
They did.
They loved each other.
But now they're dead.
Now they're dead.
Well, not in real life. In real life, they're fine.
In real life, they're doing okay.
I love how also Mark was such the creepy guy.
He was such a creep in season 2.
He wasn't even that much of a creep. He just looked like a creep.
He just looked creepy.
And you think it's kind of creepy because he's hitting on this 17-year-old. Well, you can.
She looks like she's 12.
She does.
Weird. She looks so
She
young.
She had like really like red curly hair and like her face. She had like a
looked
baby face.
baby.
She looked about 12. I think she was supposed to be like 17.
And he looked like 30.
Wow.
No, but it was actually quite an adorable love story.
Yeah, but
She's
also,
fine. She looks
please
really-
don't date 17-year-olds if you're an adult. That's a PSA. Don't
She was
do
also
it.
there. She was also raised in a cult
That's true.
and was like impregnated with her dad's and not her baby.
Oh,
Yeah. We're telling Mary about Orphan Black today. It makes sense in context.
I mean, look, there's worse things that happen on Game of Thrones, so.
That's
true.
true.
We're not talking. We can't because that's
Alright,
gonna be.
I'm not gonna talk about
Once season 8 ends and like wherever we are in the schedule of the show, we're doing that show.
Oh man.
Maybe I'll be a part of this then.
Then you will be a part
Then
of
I
that.
can talk about it.
Yes, because Kaylin, I
I'll
know.
just be horrified.
Kaylin
the whole
knows
time,
some.
sure.
I think you know some spoilers. Don't say them now, but we're definitely. I need to know how it ends before we get into that.
I know a lot of people die, and there's incest.
Oh yeah, so much.
Incest and death. That's. Is there anything else you
And
really need to know
boobies.
about the show?
Boobies.
A lot of boobies.
And shirtless Jason Momoa for a bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, anyway,
you guys know how to pique
that's
my
we figured
interest.
it out. Like she never like expresses her sexual attraction to some men, but she will for Jason Momoa.
And that's Jason Momoa. That's the only reason I would see
I think
Aquaman,
he's
to be
fine.
honest.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
seriously,
I have no
honestly,
I think he's fine. I think he's fine for some reason. Like for like the super muscular hot guys, like I was into that when I was a teenager because you know what straight girl wasn't when they were a teenager.
But there is such a thing as too much muscle.
yeah.
Jason Momoa was
Where
kind
it's
of,
like
but he's
gross and
kind of,
veiny and no.
but he's kind of got like that, like I don't know, like
And
exotic.
it helps that it balances with like his like personality and how funny he is.
Yeah.
That helps.
Anyway, Orphan Black.
Orphan Black.
Sorry. A little sidebar.
Sidebar. We gotta do what Joe Fasano does after like they do a sidebar. They go Stargrove. I don't get what that means though, because I think it's Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
I don't know.
That
Do you?
sounds
No, I
right.
don't know.
I
I'll
don't-
look it up. I really should look
I
that up.
did not watch Gilmore Girls.
Neither did I.
I don't know what
I heard it's
Rory and
good.
Lorelai are up to.
He
Oh,
is.
he is in it.
And so was Milo Ventimiglia.
Milo Ventimiglia. Got it. Italian.
Is he? No, I think he's Greek.
Really? Ventimiglia?
Maybe.
That seems very Italian.
I think I read somewhere.
could be Greek.
Milo's
Could be
Greek though, isn't it?
I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway,
Orphan Black.
okay, so we talked about the side characters.
Yeah.
Favorite clone. For a while, I said like Casima's gonna be your girl, and I feel like she kind of was because like
She was.
like.
I just appreciate her.
Well, like I assumed that like when I first saw like, oh, she's got dreads, she's a hippie,
Yeah.
but then she's actually like the science.
Yeah. Scientist.
Because like literally like one of the first like I think it's like the second scene you see her and she's like in a bar, she's drinking a glass of wine,
Yeah.
reading The Origin of Species,
What a mood.
and she's got like dreads, so you're like hippie.
Yeah.
But then she's not a hippie, and then I'm like,
Just low key kind of.
Kaylin's like also really into like LGBTQ stuff, so I'm just
true.
like, and kind of that.
Kaylin's gonna like the lesbian character.
I'm like,
I mean,
I
you're
know
right.
you did,
You're right.
but that was like the most, but like it was interesting because the most like complex relationship
Yeah.
was that one,
Right.
which
it's
is
true.
fun, which is great.
That was good. That was interesting. So yeah, I would say.
Hold on,
yeah,
Ramon, it's okay for the comments. We love them. He said sorry for all the comments.
ooh, Helena. She's good.
Helena's good too.
Helena's good.
They're all like Helena's interesting because like she was somebody like she was the villain, and then like unlike Rachel who was also a villain, like it kind of stayed a villain. Helena kind of got to like be redeemed.
Right. Yeah, Helena was interesting because at first, well, it was funny because she like killed a bunch of people at first. She killed so many people.
So many.
And then she started joining the team. I'm like, are we supposed to be okay with this? She just killed so many people. Are we really?
But you
okay
loved
with
her by
this?
the end.
Then by the end, I was like, all right, she all right. But she had a very like fascinating character arc. Well, it's so interesting to see how a lot of the house shows go about like a very like unhinged character because you can say what you want, but she was not all there.
No. She was. I mean, like I don't know if she had any like mental issues, but like the way she was raised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh.
Well, I think they mentioned at some point I think they explicitly said like Helena's mental illness. At some
I don't think
point.
they ever said that. I think they just said I think Sarah might have said she's mental, which doesn't really mean anything.
But but she's a very like unhinged kind of character. And when she starts coming around and starts being like on the side of clones, I mean, it takes a long time.
Well, I mean, I guess like considering like how not long the show is, like because she's kind of on their side by the end of season 2.
Nice.
But come over for Oracle and dancing at the end of season 2, and then she gets kidnapped.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's always interesting to see how they kind of try to wrap back around and try to, I guess, not tame her, but like how she kind of starts working, how she kind of starts fitting in. So that was interesting.
And then they like bring her into like Allison and Donnie's world.
Yeah, which is great. That's such a great combination. It's something else I really love about
like
the
her
show.
and Donnie were like such a cute little like.
They had a good friendship.
They did.
They were good pals.
Even though Helena kind of had a crush on him.
Yeah, but like.
But it was it was like a child crush kind of.
Yeah.
And then she killed all those drug lords.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Great show. Anyway, so
well, then she's like pregnant for like most the rest of the show.
And then she's pregnant with a cult baby.
2 cult babies.
Great. Oh yeah.
But they were cute.
2 cult babies.
They were cute.
That
was my thing. I'm just kind of like, well, this can like end good, and like she clearly did kind of want to be a mom.
Yeah.
And she was like somebody like I was watching her. I'm just kind of like, I don't know if she's gonna be great when it comes to like raising the child at all.
She may need some help there.
But when it comes to like protecting the child, I'm like, you're gonna be fine.
Remember, kids, don't stab your enemies.
No, but there was a point when like she was like playing with the one kid, and then the nun like hit the kid, and then she like grabs the nun by the neck and is like,
"Don't hit the baby.
Don't hit the baby." So I guess I don't know. Yeah, Helena's definitely up there. Allison's just kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, I have a Sugar Sugar by Helena, top scenes of the show. I need that song off iTunes. And her trucker boyfriend is one of my favorite couples on TV.
Yeah, what happened? Like,
whatever happened to him?
him and Cal just kind of disappeared.
Oh, Cal just like straight up disappeared. Apparently off screen it said it didn't work out.
He went to Essos.
Yeah.
He's a Dario on Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that guy, the second one.
But yeah, what happened to Jesse? They deserve to be happy. And he was like so into it. She's like, I have science babies inside of me. He's like,
I don't know if he was into it. I think he was kind of like, there was a movie.
He was into it.
Oh my God. There was a movie like How to Be Single with Dakota Johnson. It's actually like a decent rom-com.
Yeah.
And Leslie Mann decides to like have a kid, and then she gets artificially inseminated. And then she dates this like kind of idiot guy, and she kind of breaks up with him because he's like, and Dick doesn't tell him about the baby.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like, no, I want to be there. And he's like actually like a really sweet guy, like totally for this. But she's kind of like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." And so it kind of reminded me of that.
He was into it.
So like that kind of, I guess like a lot of like their kind of romances. I don't know, for some reason they like lost interest in them. I can see it with what's his name, like Mikael Huntsman, who played Cal. Him just being busy because probably Game of Thrones pays a bit better.
Yeah, but like the way they handled the show, he just kind of like fell off. Like they couldn't have brought him back for like 5 seconds. Just to say, like, hi.
Or be like, hey, they broke up. I could see them breaking up, honestly.
I think that's what the off-screen... Because I looked it up, and I think, like, the off-screen...
I could see them breaking up, but like, I don't think he'd abandon Kira.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I thought he'd just be back for, like...
Because he was a good dad. He was a good dad. Let's make this... I mean, granted, he didn't know for a while.
Yeah. For, like, 5-7 years.
8 years, I think.
8 years.
He didn't know for a while, but, like, when like, Sarah said, can you watch him for a while? It turned out to be longer than that. He did it.
Yeah.
Kira didn't die or get kidnapped.
Yeah, so good.
Almost got kidnapped, but didn't.
Good parenting. Good job.
And they were actually really, and like she kind of seemed like pretty stable for Sarah compared to like Vic the Dick.
Huh?
All Vic the Dick.
Vic the Dick. Good job.
He was like, I'm glad he was kind of. I mean, poor.
Every time he came back on screen, we're like, this guy.
Yeah.
This friggin' guy.
He got on Better Call Saul. He's fine.
Oh yeah, he's doing good for himself now.
And he's probably a nice guy.
He seems like a chill dude.
Yeah. And then I think out of all the interesting ones, I think Sarah's like the least interesting, but like not saying that's a bad thing. It's just kind of like,
well, because she's like the main character and she has to do a lot of the plot stuff, so it's not as necessarily compelling as like somebody who's doing their own just like life thing. Because she's like, I have to do this. It's involving the plot, and that's like a very interesting. And it's interesting how it's explored at the very last episode. Too.
Yeah, that was.
It's brought up. It's like, hey, I've been doing this plot stuff for so long. Like, who am I as a person? Which is really neat
and like
to see that acknowledged.
And like all the plot stuff got her to be a better mother.
Yeah.
And then now it's kind of like, am I still like, what do I do now?
You only had to almost die for a whole year in order to be a better mother.
But you know what? Sometimes that happens. Like you're like a shit person, and then something happens, and then that's like the spark that you need.
Yeah.
So that happens. So I like that a lot. But I think just like compared to the other clones, like She was just kind of the least, like, I'm like, I don't mind going to, like, through your character arc.
Yeah.
But, like, can we just, like, go back to Allison and Donnie drug dealing?
That was great.
That was fun.
Oh, Allison.
Allison's great.
I enjoy Allison as a character, which is funny because, like, if she was in any other show, I'd be like, oh, God, this bitch.
This bitch.
But she's another character who does not belong in this series at all. And that gets acknowledged at points. But she, like, the soccer mom, who's just here, which is so good.
But you think that, like, I do kind of like that they're all different because, like, they all would be different, like, compared to, like, where they were raised and stuff. I am kind of surprised that, like, a bunch of these clones, like, lived in Canada and it took them this long to, you know, find each other. Well, but, like, I guess they lived in, like, different parts of Canada and, like, they lived different lives, so.
Yeah. Well, like, Sarah's originally from, like,
but
UK.
she moved to England, and she moved to Canada when she was, like, 12.
Yeah. But, so like, when they originally, like, distributed it.
Yeah, like, I guess like, you would think that, like, a lot of people would get together, like, faster. I mean, there was, like, Helsinki, which, like, you know, actually, that would be a good show.
Ooh.
Helsinki would be good.
That'd be a fun mini-series, I think.
It's a comic mini-series.
Oh, I have to actually read that. I'd be interested.
You would be.
It's probably depressing, because they all die.
Well, one of them doesn't die, and then she does die.
And then she does die later in the show.
Yeah, like.
Yay.
Fun stuff. Nice when Ferdinand died.
Oh, Ferdinand. Yeah.
Now I just want to watch. Does anybody know the movie Where the Heart Is? I mean, you might comment later, but Where the Heart Is, where he's like, it's like Natalie Portman. It's like one of Natalie Portman's early-ish movies. I think it came out after episode 1. But he's like the romantic interest, and he's actually like the sweetest guy.
Oh, really?
He's like an asshole for a bit, but he's like that. He's just like he kind of acts away, but he's actually like this. Like it's because of like he's like a noble hero kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
And then he's just a sweetheart.
Right.
And
I'd be interested. He seems like a good actor.
Yeah, I think he's on like a bunch of. He was on like apparently he was on Gotham for a while, and like a bunch of other. He's like one of those guys who's like been around.
Yeah, Ferdinand is another character I was like so fascinated by because he's just like terrible, but like the way he just goes about being terrible was just like really interesting. And one of my favorite scenes is where he just like is a scene he realizes the guy he's with is like Neolitian.
Yeah,
he just kills him with a bat. It's so good. He's just like so pissed. He just whacks it. It's good. He was like an interesting character like that, and also a terrible person. And also the way he died was very poetic and very well written. That scene is a very well written way.
I thought he wasn't gonna die, and I'm just like, he better not get away with this. And then he did, and then he did die, and I'm like, hooray! What else? So, who's your favorite? I don't think we ever said who the favorite clone was.
My favorite clone?
Yeah,
I would have said Cosima. I think.
You still even after watching it, after watching the whole show, you just relate to her.
I do. It's because of the science.
Crazy science.
But I'm trying to think. Oh man.
Oh, we didn't. Side characters. We didn't bring up Delphine that much.
No, we didn't.
Delphine's interesting.
Yeah, Delphine's all right. I like Delphine, but I don't really have much to say about her.
You like them as like together for like they're such like a not great couple.
No,
spoiler. Guys,
they
like
need some couples there.
Oh, people are gonna get so mad at us because it's like said like you cannot bash Coffeen. But like they're not that. But like they're kind of a mess of a couple.
They are.
Like I don't even know if they should be together by the end.
Like it's nice that they're together at the end, but definitely like there's some stuff that needs to be worked through. But like also there's a lot of crazy stuff that was happening, so like that kind of exacerbated any cracks that may have been there. And also they were fake lesbians for a while. If anybody remembers.
Well, no, she wasn't a fake lesbian. Cosima was like an actual.
Yeah, no, but
like,
I mean
literally
like the relationship was fake.
When like she's moving and like he had to break up with her girlfriends. She was always a lesbian.
Right. No, but I mean.
And then Delphine, I think like was like realizing her sexuality for a bit.
Yeah, but they were like the relationship was fake for a while. So
it was fake, but that wasn't Cosima's fault.
To quote the one line that I said, the kids are dead and the lesbians are fake. What kind of show is this?
That was fun.
That was the end of season 1, everybody.
No, I think that was near the end of season 1.
Near the end of season 1, yeah.
Kids are dead, the lesbians are fake.
The kids are dead and the lesbians are fake.
Even
Orphan Black.
But that again, none of that was Cosima's fault, except the fact that she was kind of an idiot about it. I love that also about her, that like she's so smart.
Yeah.
But she's also really, really dumb about some stuff.
True.
Like relationships. Which is like probably true. Like you're smart about some stuff and you're dumb about other stuff.
Or you can be dumb about everything. Like me.
But then, like, with Delphine, like, you could tell, like, everything she was doing for a while was, like, because she loved Cosima, but it's kind of like, you probably should have said something to Cosima and, like, said, like, look, I want to do this because of this, and I think you're going to die.
Right.
I was surprised Cosima never died, honestly. Because she was, like,
I
the sick one.
I would have been mad if they killed her.
You think?
Oh, I would have been pissed.
But she was a sick one. Like, she was constantly sick.
Yeah. I still would have been really pissed, though.
Yeah, why is my chat not showing up? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's not. Nobody's really saying anything else. It's fine.
It's fine. We're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a gay old time. But yeah.
But yeah.
Wait, who is your favorite clone? I never asked. You think you could get away with not answering it, didn't you?
I don't. Mm-hmm. It's weird. I feel like I relate to Sarah the most. It's just like a messed up person a bit. I don't know if she's my favorite though.
You are wearing a very Sarah-like coat right now.
I am. I like this jacket a lot, actually.
It's a nice jacket.
I don't know. Like, I like them. I feel like, though, I kind of... Like, Allison always, like, brings joy to my life, though.
Yeah.
And, like I love them
Even
all.
though she's
and,
also
like,
a train wreck.
They're all kind of train wrecks.
They're all train wrecks. There's no... Nobody is just, like, in one piece in this show.
Except for, like, great. Maybe Crystal's not that much of a train wreck.
No, she's just a bimbo. But God. She's great. She's great. Oh, she's so good.
And she didn't even, like, believe the... Do you think she eventually believed the clone thing?
I think eventually, yeah.
Like, if you see a second person who looks... I don't know if she even believes, like, if she saw, like, Casino or something, if she'd even believe that. Okay. She's like a 7 on a good day.
I love your Crystal voice. Dara has a good Crystal voice.
I do have a good Crystal voice.
Anyway.
I don't know how that works, but, and then, I don't know, I like Tony. He wasn't in it that much.
Tony was only in it for an episode. He was just there to get some diversity tokens.
You know what?
That was it.
They acknowledged they made a mistake with that. They probably could have written Tony better. They could have. It's fine.
Tony was just, like, written with a checklist.
Yeah.
Okay, here's every basic thing about, like, a trans person, and then just, like, had the checklist, and then just acknowledged all of that in the show, and they're like, all right, he's done.
And the fact that, like,
just put him on the bus.
He felt like a man, but, and, like, everything was, like, super masculine with him, except for the fact that, like, his hair was still kind of feminine.
No, it wasn't feminine, it was just long.
Yeah.
It was just
I was surprised they didn't, like, have a cut, like, they didn't, like, give her, like, a short wig.
Might have been hard with have that much hair to...
I don't know, Allison had short hair for a bit.
That's true.
Maybe by then they figured it out.
But, and Rachel, I guess, had short hair.
Oh, Rachel.
Rachel, what a clone that is. What a bitch.
She was. Like, even, like, when she, like, because she, like, almost gets redeemed a couple times, I think.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, she gets a pencil through her eye.
That was so good. That whole sequence.
And then,
was
like,
great.
season 3, she's just kind of like not really there. And then she gets taken away.
Then she kills some people.
She killed some people beforehand.
Yeah, she just Rachel vaguely kills people sometimes.
Who was the other kind of clones I met? There was there was like that dead one from Jen Fitzsimmons.
Oh yeah.
From like season 2. She was just dead. Like she just died. And that was kind of depressing.
Yeah.
She had a sad life. The sad life of Jen Fitzpatrick or just I don't know.
Fitzsimmons? I think it's Fitzsimmons.
All right.
Maybe.
So many people watching, but they can tell us in the chat if they want to know. If they want us to know, and then
let us know.
No, but I was really mad at myself for trying to like trick you into thinking like maybe she'd stay for a while, and then the more I said that, I'm like, oh, you know she's gonna die.
Yeah, you made it obvious. You're like, oh, look at this character.
Oh, she had short hair too.
Yeah, she did have short hair. A lot of characters had short hair.
Yeah, no, I was thinking because like
that was just an interesting stylistic choice. Anyway.
Yeah.
So clones.
Yeah, I think the only failed character was like Tony, but that was like something that was like you tried it, you failed, you acknowledge you failed, sorry, we're good.
Right, and as far as like failed attempts at representation go, it was fine, but it was fine. The only thing it felt very like tokenistic.
It felt it, and then I think they fixed, and they didn't fix it, but like they acknowledge it. They were good with diversion of like other stuff though.
Yeah, no, they handled a lot of other stuff really well. That was just the thing. Like that was a very throw it in kind of thing. Oh no, my camera went off. Hold up, guys.
It went off again.
Yeah, that's fine. It does that sometimes. Welcome to life.
AMSA. What is it? What is it? What is it? Like the noise thing.
That's all, folks. Oh, you hold up around.
No, I'm saying what's it called?
Oh, I don't know.
ASMR?
ASMR.
There we go.
Yeah. What does that mean? I've never heard of it.
Something auto, something sensory, something.
It's like literally if you see anybody like eating food and like they do it really close to the mic and then you can hear the noises.
It's not always eating food. It's different stuff.
Oh, it's that other?
ASMR's not bad, guys.
I literally
That
only
sounds
saw like this one bit when I was watching the Queer Eye guys watch it, and like it was one girl eating a pickle.
It's the eating ones are weird, and they're not all eating. Like that's not even the popular stuff. Isn't even the eating stuff. The eating stuff is weird. There's like there's something wrong.
But
with
yeah,
those
like I felt like nobody was like a race or a sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was a character.
Yeah. No, and that was that was good.
Mm-hmm.
So no, they did a lot of stuff well, and so even the stuff that they didn't do well was still okay. Nice.
On your thing, it does.
Does it?
Oh no, it says 1. All right.
One. It's you, but it's all right.
I think it is just me. Oh well,
That's fine. We have fun.
we had fun. We didn't. I again, like this year was kind of a mess. Like I didn't feel like we promoted this super well.
That's fine. Maybe people will watch our next series.
Which is Gravity Falls. So probably you will because that show's popular apparently.
It's a good show.
Do you watch that?
You know, I've watched some of it here and there.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I haven't seen any of it.
fun.
I've like dabbled in it.
I'm the first.
I've experimented.
I'm
with
the
Gravity
first
Falls
in this one, and I haven't seen any of it. I think I've seen some of the theme song,
Good. That's
It's fun.
and I know the voices of the 2 kids.
yeah.
I love her in Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers. It's
Oh
my life.
yeah.
I don't watch it
Kristen
either.
Chell. Yeah, she's good. She's good. Yeah. What's next?
Orphan Black. Do you have a favorite season versus least favorite season?
No.
Really?
I do think about this one sometimes, and I can't. They're all different.
Let's go meal deal review.
Oh.
Wait, do you review like stuff from the market Tesco in England? If you do, let me know if you're from England because I know because Tesco, that's what it sounds like. Or is that like what is that? The gas station Tesco?
That's Texaco.
Texaco, but
Texaco's
there is a like a Wawa kind of
Yes.
place in England called Tesco.
She says yes.
Yay!
They.
Can you tell me the name of what's the name of the drugstore? I know there's like when I lived in England there was like a drugstore and I forget the name of it. Can you tell me what it is? Because I keep forgetting the name of the drugstore. Really do. It's like not. I keep saying Primark or like Mark and Spencer's, but that's not it either.
Orphan
Hi
Black.
though. Sidebar.
Yeah, but like I feel like all the seasons are so different. I don't know what's like which ones I like and which ones I don't.
I have a
like.
pick.
And I'm trying to think because I know like when we finished reviewing each season, I know how like I would compare them. I honestly can't remember, and I'm not sure that's just because I'm not remembering it well or what.
Hold on, sorry, real quick. It's like the one. It's like the main drugstore in England with like I think there's like the drugstore sign on it, like the cross kind of thing.
Yeah. What color scheme does it have?
I think it's like blue.
Okay.
It's like Tesco other place. It's like definitely just like a main drugstore, and I don't remember the name of it. I don't know. Anyway, I can pick. I think my least favorites, and like it's not like it's a bad season.
Right.
It's just like it's the one I would go back to the least. Mm-hmm. It's like nowadays. For Wailu, it's 4. I just didn't enjoy watching that at first, and then I watched it and watching it again. Mm-hmm. Hessa, I don't think it's Hessa. Maybe. I don't know. Now it's bothering me.
No,
what are the other 2? And I'll let you know.
Thanks for doing this work for us.
Thank you.
You came here to just enjoy us, and we're making you work.
Also, if you're, I'm kind of interested. What's your favorite meal from Tesco?
I know you have these meal deal reviews. What's the best one? Let us know, and we'll read it.
I'm trying to think
for posterity.
I'll go back.
We'll plug your channel.
Anyway,
Season 4.
Season 4 was my least favorite when I first watched it because I think it was because I was watching it like weekly, so it was like you would forget. So I'd be kind of like, I don't know, and then like watching it, like kind of binging it, it was a lot better to me.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like season 3 is probably my least favorite because that was just like a slow season, and like I didn't mind the Castor clones, and Virginia Cody was a good villain.
The Castor arc definitely like
it was a surprise like story arc because like
by
the end.
Like the reveal of like the Castor clones was good. Like that like took me by surprise. I think it was really fun. I love when shows like are actually able to like surprise me. But it definitely like didn't fit in a lot with a lot of the other plot stuff because a lot of the other plots revolved around like Lita or Neolution and stuff. And Dyad, and that's what a lot of like the main stuff was, and then that kind of was like an offshoot. There's still good stuff on it, but I definitely understand what you're saying.
I thought the actor did a good job. Ari Miller, I think his name is. Mark?
Oh yeah, I was trying to, I forget, but he was good.
He was good.
He definitely didn't like the way his characters are written. He didn't have to show the range that Tatiana.
But like they made sense as to why he didn't.
Right, because they were like more like militaristic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they're all, I think they're different enough to get apart. I don't think those are the ones I'm thinking of. I'm really curious. Hold on.
All right, we're gonna Google.
Drug
Google break.
stores in England. Boots. That's what I was thinking of.
You're thinking of Boots.
Is that a drugstore? I think I'm thinking of Boots.
Boots and
That was really
cats
loud.
and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Because, like, that was, I don't know. Anyway. I remember something about that. Anyway.
But yeah, no, I think I know what you're saying about season 3. I don't know, season 3 was different.
It's not a drugstore? Then what is it? I don't know.
What is Boots is something you put on your feet.
No, I know that.
Those are for beats.
Is it a,
It says drugstore.
it says drugstore.
Well, wait. It says
Maybe it's the American
Where's-
version of a drugstore and not the.
Hold on, let me do
English.
Kensington. That's where I was living. I'm spelling the wrong syllable.
I like how you don't.
That's not it.
Is it Walgreens?
No.
Oh, Kensington, like in Philadelphia, Kensington.
Kensington is Philadelphia.
Boots is a fashion place. It's where you buy the shoes for your feet.
Is it?
That's what our pal here, the Tesco meal deal review.
Maybe I'm
fella.
thinking of something else. I don't know. It's like a famous.
But you still gotta let us know what the best Tesco meal deal is. I'm very curious.
No, it says Boots. I think.
Oh, we're doing some fact checking here. All right.
No, it's a drugstore. Like there's
Okay.
pictures. I think because I was in Kensington, so like that was the main.
Okay. I don't know
Walgreens
anything.
drugstore
I've never
Boots.
been to England, guys. Anyway, subscribe to our Pokemon.
Pokemon. Is that a meal?
What?
I kind of only ate sandwiches at Tesco. Honestly.
I don't know what that means.
Like I get like the chicken salad sandwich was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
Orphan Black.
You live there. I mean, I believe you, so we're good.
Right, I know. How American of us to be like, excuse me, I think I know your country better than you do.
But I lived there for like.
I only speak one language.
If I lived there for 5 years, I would say something. I only lived in England for like 3 months, so I
That's
don't.
true. You're there for a semester.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I missed you though.
I think everybody missed me. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. But
I don't know.
It's not a drugstore. Okay.
Okay, whatever.
All right. that has been another riveting review. I'm so curious that people are going to watch this like after we finish live streaming, and they're just going to be like, "Why are you guys just talking about?"
Anyway,
drugstores.
Stargrove. I think I'm stealing that from Drunk Food Cinema, and I feel bad.
Don't steal things.
We'll think of something else when we get on sidebar tracks, because
All
I
right.
feel like that's fun. Anyway,
Orphan Black.
so I'm trying to think. I think season 4 might be my favorite season now.
Okay.
Like for a while it was season 2 because like that was such a fast-paced season.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I don't remember liking season 2 as much.
Yeah, I
just
think.
didn't.
Did you like? Was that your least favorite?
I'm not sure. Like, I think I have to go back and like really kind of compare the summaries and compare like the episodes like against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So. Yeah. Sorry, I just like read that comment. I just like didn't know.
I went on holiday.
I went on holiday to Fuji for a week. Good job.
Nice.
Very nice. Was it pretty?
I
Did you have a
wanna-
good time?
Do I want to go to? I don't know. Where's Fuji again?
Like
Thailand? No.
no, like somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. I know it's a big place, but just
it's like an
believe me
island,
there.
right?
Yeah.
We're smart.
America.
We know geography.
Sorry, I'm getting off
Shapes.
track. It's fine.
Nah, you're good. You're good. We just enjoy the conversation, honestly. We never know what we're gonna get, so that's why we have a chat open, so we can just have fun with
I'm
this.
trying to think.
I know-
I'm trying to think of like food I ate at Tesco because I did eat a good amount at Tesco.
Oh my god.
It was like it's kind of like Wawa.
Oh, word.
That's like American East Coast
Yeah,
Tesco, except I would say better, but that's because I grew up with it and not.
that's true. Wawa is also just a great name.
Also, Tesco
for a
doesn't have
store.
like you can make like your own personalized hoagie at Tesco. You can't do that at Tesco.
Oh,
So
what's the point?
that's true.
You can't get a Wawa hoagie. Anyway, we're
What
definitely
do you need to
giving
talk
away.
about? We don't know. Orphan Black. We're kind of. I think we talked about all the points I wanted to,
All right.
like favorite season, least favorite season,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm I'm trying to think. I think we covered
Tatiana
a lot of
Maslany's fantastic.
She's so good.
I think also what Jordan Gavaro's Felix, like, he did a really good British accent because, like,
it was so wild figuring out that he is not.
He's Canadian.
British. He's Canadian, and it blew my mind because his accent is so good. He's wild. And he only did like American / Canadian accent for like 5 seconds, and I was like, oh my god, is that how he actually sounds? Because I've never actually heard how he really sounds. But he, he did that British accent.
Mrs. S is the actress Maria Dolkenny is actually Irish.
Yeah.
I thought the kid acting was also pretty good.
Child acting was good.
Yeah, I think like Skylar Wexler, like Kira, like she was like, I think she got better as the show went on. Like season 1, she was like okay.
Well, she was also like tiny.
She like, and also like I think that because like the fact of the matter is the show like has a very short time span.
Yeah.
So like she did technically like grow up, like she did totally look a lot bigger, but like not like grow up like growth spurt.
Yeah, yeah, she looked like.
But like you could just buy it as like she had a growth spurt. Hey, remember when she got hit by the car?
Oh my god, that was wild.
You knew it was coming.
That was so wild. It was like, well, okay, there's like usually line shows don't cross. At least lines. I need
to know where Tescamillo is from in England because that's like one of the most English comments. My mate Gaz sent me this live stream.
Hey, shout out to Gaz. Is Gaz watching?
Is Gaz watching? Hi.
Hi. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Well,
I really do like England a lot, and even though I don't think Orphan Black counts as a British show because it's technically Canadian and also BBC.
It's BBC America.
BBC America. But that's how I watch Doctor Who, which is definitely a show we're going to be doing. Actually, I want to talk about that comment later on.
Really? We're going to do it with Doctor Who?
What?
Are we going to do Doctor Who at some point?
Well, there's a comment about talking about shows we should watch, so we'll talk about that. But I have. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
I still need to finish like what's current Doctor Who because I'm like really behind.
Yeah, all I know is I'm just digging Jodie Whittaker's vibe. I don't watch it, but I just like look at it from afar, and I'm just like,
he is from China. Okay.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know people trying to watch this.
Nice. How do we get? There's more people watching now. Sup, guys? How's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, guys.
Ask us your Orphan Black question because we kind of answered the basic stuff, but
yeah, Kid actually, I think the girl played Charlotte's really good. She has her own YouTube channel, which actually doesn't have that many subscribers, which I'm surprised by. And Sense8 should watch. We'll watch. Did that movie come out yet?
Hey, Ramon's back.
Hey, Ramon.
Yeah, Sense8. It did.
It did. Okay.
Sense8. We've definitely gotten this request before, and
several times.
I
want to watch it too.
We both want to watch it, so we both haven't seen it. So it kind of doesn't really work for our format, which is like first reaction.
I think like eventually one of us will watch. Like we'll like decide to do it, and like one of us will watch it.
Yeah,
because it's not that long.
It's short. And so I think that'd be a really good series to do, and we'll just have to figure out when we're doing it.
If you want to join us too on that show, you can. Sense8. Did you ever watch that?
Never did.
Okay.
Mary should join us. Mary.
How are you?
Mary.
Good. Do you like Shane Dawson? I've never actually watched much Shane Dawson. Honestly.
I watched Shane Dawson like his like first kind of wave, which is when I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not too old for his stuff now, but I feel like it doesn't appeal. Like it's not made for like me.
I haven't watched enough of it to actually form an opinion. I feel like he's probably just...
I read that book. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Have you seen?
But I read the book.
I haven't.
The movie looks crappy. Personally.
Oh yeah, did they change a lot? I just heard that they changed
the ending.
They changed a lot.
That great, but the book is fantastic.
That was a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, they came out a while ago.
I don't watch much Shane Dawson because I just haven't. No reason why. Just haven't.
He just annoys me. Like I've seen some of his thumbnails. I'm like,
I've seen him on like other stuff, like when the Fine Brothers are the reacting, he's on there, and I think he's funny there. But I haven't actually like.
Oh, Fine Brothers.
That's a different story.
React.
That's a different story.
It's so funny, like how much I'm like really just not interested in like reactions as like a thing, but like we do them
because people like them.
It's true, and it's so funny because it was such like this like pool of like you guys should react to things, and I'm like, reactions are all right. I mean, I like reviews better, but like. The lady at the yeah, coming to the frame there.
I'm just here. I don't
just hanging.
We might be having some videos up in the near future where we talk about like a couple of movies that we're gonna go see later today.
We're definitely gonna go see some movies. And Spider-Man may or may not be one of them. So we're gonna review.
Spoiler: Spider-Man's one of them.
I will definitely join that show if you guys talk about it.
We're going tonight.
We're going tonight, so we're doing a video of it.
Anyway,
I'm so excited to talk about it and see it. But yeah, so if you guys aren't subscribed to our channel at BT Dubs and you're like into Spider-Man, do it so you can actually see us when we review it.
What do you close? It's right there. Do you not subscribe to us, Mary?
No,
Mary,
I never knew the names.
subscribe.
Oh, I know.
We're on
subscribe.
Facebook.
We're on Facebook.
I share stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm getting... Anyway, Orphan Black.
Orphan Black. That's the show we're talking about.
I think people are just like people just like randomly came into this like not realizing what we're talking about.
Which that's just fun. Like this is what I love. This kind of stuff.
The one at the top I like as well, like Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Nobody likes me because I'm just like
Yeah, I
Wait, does
like
anyone
you,
still play Pokemon Go?
no.
Or is it, it's just me?
I never
Sorry.
actually played any Pokemon stuff.
It was okay.
Are you wearing a Pokemon? Oh,
I always remember.
I didn't know you
I
were.
have like 3 Pokemon hats that I like to wear.
I'm just like the normal. I don't know if
Thank you.
I don't have that many like graphic tees anymore.
That's okay.
I kind of grew out of that. I
but-
still like nerdy stuff. Just
Yeah.
you know.
But as far as like Pokemon Go, sorry, we're on the topic. When Pokemon Go first came out, I was out of the country and I did not have cellular data for like 2 weeks. And so when I came back, everyone like the hype had like died down. So like I never was able to like fully get into it because I was out of the country.
I just remember
Anyway.
my dad downloaded it without realizing what it was, and because he just knew video.
You know what's funny?
What's
a couple
this
weeks
app?
ago- So I still
talk
have it.
about
I still play
Pokemons.
it. But a couple weeks ago, I got a like notification on my phone,
Yeah.
and it was all Korean characters.
Nice.
And I'm
Oh.
just like, what in the world is this?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I
Orphan
don't
Black.
speak. Orphan Black. Yeah, ask us your Orphan Black questions, guys. Or
I'm
like talk to us about shows that you want us to watch.
Yeah, that too. That'd be good.
yeah. What's some good shows that you want to see?
I
us,
would actually like
react?
my final thing for Orphan Black is like
with you.
theories for like the next show, which I know they haven't announced they're doing anything with that, but I have ideas for like what I would want to see. So I'm trying to think. Like I wouldn't mind seeing something maybe like 5-10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Where it's like a couple like maybe like short like maybe like a long maybe like a full thing, but like it's like kind of like a short thing of like what's every character doing.
Some like vignettes.
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 Like a whole like a maybe like a short TV movie kind of thing of like a vignettes of what everybody's doing, and then they get together for like a party or something. I wouldn't mind that for like just like a one thing, just to see what everybody's doing.
Right.
And
yeah.
it could be like a light thing, like fun.
Yeah, like a reunion episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because thinking about like where we go going forward, like I'm fine with like never picking this back up again. Not in the sense that like I'm done.
Yeah, he
with
said
this.
he liked me.
Yeah,
I like the one in the middle because I'm wearing a black shirt now as well. Okay, thank you.
So everyone has a favorite.
Yeah,
No, that's still Tesco person. This is
This is-
creepy. You're fine.
this is creepy. You're good.
You're
good,
fine.
man.
We're all weird. It's fine.
It's fine. We're all friends here. Anyway,
Yeah, so
but like I don't need any continuation because it
No,
wrapped up
neither
so
do I.
nicely, which is good. I think if it had to continue, I don't know, I like things continuing as comics or like in a different kind
yeah.
of like,
No, I
medium.
agree.
So like a comic about like
Maybe
finding
one
the
about
other
Cassim and
clones.
Delphine doing science stuff together that hopefully isn't
Exactly.
canceled.
But a comic about like finding the other clones and stuff. I think that's fun.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be fun.
And then I also thought like if we do want to do a sequel series, which again like you don't have to and I don't need it, you
Right.
could probably like maybe follow grown up Kira because like she's
Oh,
weird
yeah.
and also
And vaguely psychic. We just never.
vaguely psychic, invincible, and then also she's got some cousins now who are probably the same way.
Oh, true. Oh, that'd be
You've
fun.
got her cousin Artie and cousin Don Don
Yeah.
that I just made up. That's their.
You just made up that nickname.
Well, I
I'm
love
into it.
that was like the most adorable thing that like their names were Art that she named them that Helena named babies Art and Donnie.
Mhm.
Like that was just so adorable.
Mary just read that comment too. I like the bottle too because I like water. It's blood. I have no idea what that means.
Water blood.
But like I'm into it, man.
I
Whatever.
mean, it's like people said like that's like I think I made the joke that somebody said like water's like the life like that's like or like that gives us life or something like that, and I'm like I thought sex did that.
Aw. Boo.
Oh,
This is the PG stream. Actually, it's PG-13.
Yeah.
Because we said the F word I think once so far.
I did.
It
We have this bottle. We have this bottle too that we ate candy
It
out
was
of.
Dara.
Somebody want-
Yeah, I'll take another.
Oh, take another one. Anyway,
These are like it's like in a champagne bottle, but it's like truffles.
it's candy.
It's like a truffle.
Thank you. But anyway, and then we're gonna do some more ASMR.
We need to get rid of candy
I feel like
somehow.
I was saying something. I totally forgot.
So
what I was
yeah,
saying.
like I wouldn't mind like following around like Kira and her cousin and like baby Art and baby Donnie and because at that point like if you could like start it when Kira's like 18 maybe, and the twins would be like around like 8 or 10 or something or like 10 maybe around that. Oh, thank you for the sub.
Oh, thank you. But so yeah, I think that's a really good point actually.
I think that'd be interesting.
I would actually really like to watch that.
I don't need, and then you could like, I would think you could have Charlotte, but then you'd have to be Tatiana Maslany because of like growing up and stuff. So like, and I don't know if you'd want that. Like if you didn't want to have like not like and like but you could have her, and also like she'd look old. Like I mean, obviously, hopefully Tatiana Maslany like doesn't age because she's perfect. Just saying.
But, nothing wrong with aging. But no, it's a really good point because throughout the series we kind of talk about how like Kira's different and she's kind of like almost superhuman, but we don't really breach the surface of what that means. And she's like vaguely psychic. She's not like invincible, but like
she's kind of invincible.
She's like a very high healing factor or whatever. And so it's things that like are acknowledged and things that are like sort of discussed, but not something that's really like we really dive into. So to actually go back and rediscover that, that actually is a really good idea. So I didn't think of that. I'm glad you said something. So I think that's a really great idea.
When is your next live stream? We usually do live streams when we end a show. So after we end Gravity Falls, we'll do a live stream. So it might not be for a while.
Yeah, but
we have podcast episodes. They're just pre-recorded. Yeah. And we go on these like sidebars like all the time.
We do. Yeah, we don't actually talk about the show as much because it depends on the episode.
I think we did
go like in a full.
I think we did like the beginning. Like we would just talk about the show, and then as we got more comfortable with it,
we just like talk about whatever. But if you guys like our live streams, let us know and we'll do them more often. Maybe we'll.
I like doing live streams. They're fun.
I think we have a lot of fun.
Just like the setup is kind of sucky. All right, I'm out. Love from Chicago. Gonna see Bumblebee. I heard Bumblebee was actually good too.
I know. That's we talked about maybe seeing that. But all right, thanks, Ron. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I heard like Bumblebee's got like a 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Have fun in Chicago, whatever it is.
No, he's from Chicago. I think he's from Chicago.
Have fun being in Chicago. Well, we're on the West Coast, East Coast.
We're not on the West Coast.
We're not in California. I don't know my directions. I'm so sorry.
So that would be a show that I'd want to like definitely like kind of like following them and like. Because it's like Star Wars, where like you can kill the bad guy, but then another one might pop up.
Because that's just what happens. Because people are terrible.
So like I feel like somebody want to like get like those people like get Kira and her cousins, and want to attack them, and like you could also see Kira being like her mother and being a scam artist,
right?
Or if she doesn't actually become a scam. I mean, maybe maybe she could be like somebody who helps people, like a social worker who does like scamming on the side.
Oh, word! I'm into it. I'm into it. Well, because she is very capable of like doing the scam thing, as we found out. What was that, season 2?
Yes.
So she's capable of doing that. So I'm into this idea. I actually really like this idea.
Yeah. I think that's all we want to talk about with Orphan Black, but we still have got some time before we wanted to end this. So we can talk about other stuff.
Yeah, so send us your questions, folks.
Send us your questions.
There's still some of you hanging out here. I'm not really sure why you're here, but we enjoy you.
You're not. You're not good at like selling this, are you?
I am terrible at selling things, which is why I'm not a salesman.
There was a comment that we got like a while ago, and I don't remember.
Okay.
What video was on?
Well, Mary, do you want to get more into this thing? You can kind of pull a chair up around in between us if you want to kind of hang out with us.
Get in the middle.
Because if we're not talking about Orphan Black anymore. Yeah, come on in. Don't mind us.
Where's the reset?
Guys,
Justin.
I'm trying to get boop, boop, boop.
Anyway, if anyone wants to know where we are, it's in my parents' basement.
Why do you want to let them know where we are?
Well, I'm not going to give them the address. I'm not even going to say like where exactly we are. I'm not even going to say what state we're in, although I'm pretty sure we've mentioned it before.
I think we mentioned that before.
I mean, we've talked about Wawa, so like that gives you an idea of where we might be.
I think we were Eagles fans, like football-wise, during the Super Bowl.
True.
So figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, the last time we did the live stream, it ended, and it was the game. I think it was the Eagles.
The game before the Super Bowl.
Yes, it was Eagles versus Vikings that determined whether the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl. And like on the way home, I actually turned on sports on my radio, which I never do, to listen to that game because it was intense.
I think we recorded the day of the Super Bowl, and like I had to drive home.
I think we did actually.
No, we recorded that day.
We recorded that day. Yeah, I think that was our first Orphan Black recording session.
Was it?
It was the Super Bowl. Well, because we did
first or second, man.
Well, no, because we did the live stream on like end of January.
Yeah.
And then the Super Bowl was beginning of February.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Aww.
Guys, that was so long ago. And the Eagles won.
That was a good time. How are they doing now?
I can't believe we're talking about sports. Like, what kind of podcast is this? We're talking about sports? Are you kidding me?
You know what? Sports and nerds are basically the same thing. We're all obsessed with something.
Honest to God, though.
That's like why I hated sports for like the longest time. And then I realized that. And now I'm okay with sports.
Honestly, sports culture is just acceptable nerd culture. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Except instead of just, like, idolizing, like, fictional people, you're just idolizing real people. And honestly, which one of those is weirder?
I don't know.
Guess it depends.
Yeah, like, that's a good thing to think about.
Okay, so I found the comment I want to talk about. It was from, like, when we were trying to do, like, those, like, short formats of reactions, which didn't actually work out.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. But from
yeah,
Jason
that
Templar.
Yeah, shout out to Jason.
Okay, so you love watching Orphan Black stuff. I'm sorry to spoil copyright, blah blah blah. May I suggest you check out the trailer for RWBW? What is that?
RWBW. Oh, Ruby.
What is that?
It's the animated series that looks like it's made of Miku Miku Dance, which people may not know.
I don't. I thought it was like that because they also said Red versus.
It's Rooster Teeth.
Rooster. Okay,
Yeah.
That's not Red versus Blue, is it?
Rooster Teeth does Red versus.
No,
Blue.
I know, but that's not Red versus Blue.
No.
Okay,
No, but it's made by the
I
same...
like Rooster Teeth. I don't watch like any of their shows, but
have you guys seen Nomad of Nowhere?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's another Rooster Teeth.
Oh,
okay.
Again, I don't watch the actual shows.
I have seen The Strangerhood, which is a really, really old Rooster Teeth.
I've only seen like their video game, like Let's Play kind of thing, and then like Immersion. That's the only thing I've ever seen Rooster Teeth, and I like it. And I'll watch.
Sweat Viscous must react to. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Hold up. We're looking this up real quick. Like,
Sweat is that?
That sounds kind of raunchy.
I'll be there day one. What? What are you looking up on it?
I'm gonna look this up. What is this?
Okay, and then I'll finish the comment because I had points from the comment.
Sorry, my dude. Keep going.
What? All right, no, you can look it up.
Sweet Vicious. Okay, that's different than Sweat Viscous. Sweat Viscous definitely sounded like a sex thing.
What is it?
Sweet Vicious. It's an MTV series. It's an offbeat superhero story for the millennial generation. It's about unlikely friends Jules and Ophelia taking a stand against those who dare get their way with abuse on their college campus. Word?
That sounds like it'd be good, but it also sounds kind of depressing.
It sounds kind of campy. It looks campy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm into it.
All right.
Well, thanks for the suggestion though. Like I learned about so many shows because of people commenting them. I'm like, oh my god, how do I not know?
There was like that
shows?
one, like the one person saying like just like that werewolf show on Netflix.
Yeah, someone kept
which
suggesting
neither of us have still
show.
watched. I think like right now we're kind of doing shows that like at least one of us has seen it in its entirety,
right?
And then we'll go like to other shows just because like it's easier if one of us has already seen it. We don't have to like do the work of
right.
But I appreciate. Okay, so
I love these suggestions though.
So they said with the RWBW, start with red and then white, black,
Ruby.
yellow. If you decide, no, it says like start, like how to start it.
Oh, okay.
Blah blah blah. Let me explain now that the animation, writing, and acting does improve. Blah 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 blah. Have you already watched? You have a big dent in my reputation. It's great shows to watch. You might like that Librarians. Oh, I've heard of that TNT show.
Oh, that looked fun.
That did look fun.
That looked fun.
I know a little bit. Doctor Who, if you haven't seen it.
You've seen Doctor Who.
I have seen Doctor Who. That's
Who.
a show. Yeah, and like they also mentioned. Like they mentioned also like if they ever. I think they mentioned Orville, which is a Seth MacFarlane show, which I kind of.
Oh, the Orville.
I don't have any interest in watching that.
I just not really into Seth MacFarlane.
Well, they mentioned a couple like British shows, like they mentioned Doctor Who and Sherlock, which is also a show I want to watch. Running shows like Murdoch Mysteries. But yeah, so like I was thinking with like even like with Sherlock and like Doctor Who, like their shows are like are still kind of going, but like they're kind of.
I thought Sherlock was over. Is it not over?
It kind of depends on like what everybody's doing. Like they'll go years.
I thought they like had like their full finale.
No, I don't think so.
I thought season 4 was like their finale.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Okay.
I think it's like because that's like a show that like you'll get new episodes every like few years.
I heard the 4th season was really bad.
I heard that too. I haven't watched it. I've only seen the first 3 series, and I really like it. I really like this, but
Have you watched Sherlock, Mary?
I stopped after season 2. I think
season 3 is actually really good. I would recommend it. Yeah,
very nice.
They said that they have a 5th season plotted, but there's no immediate plans to make it.
Okay.
But
so it's coming out 2025.
But like Doctor Who's a show because like it's still going, but like each like Doctor Radiation is kind of like a reboot kind of ish.
Right, it's like
so like that could be a show where you just like we could follow like we could watch through one Doctor and then stop and then start another show and then go and even like with Charlotte, like you can just like start, you can like do that kind of separately. And I was thinking like with other shows that are also like anthology series. I know like neither of those are, but I was thinking with like American Horror Story or like Black Mirror even like with with American Horror Story I've seen 3 seasons of that and like I kind of want to do it, but I also don't really feel like watching season 4. But that's just me.
I have not seen it.
I need to get you to watch horror stuff. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to watch horror.
Oh, I don't care. I didn't really want to watch anime, but I'm doing it.
Huh. True.
I'm sorry for like my nerd. I'm sorry for like the nerd people out there. I'm not the biggest anime fan.
Heresy.
You don't like horror.
That's true. But anime is so like.
Did the camera go off again?
Has a wide range.
Yep.
Oh, it did. Oh no. Woo.
We gotta get a new camera.
We gotta get a new camera. All right.
Patreon. You good, Mary?
I'm good. Fantastic.
So, Mary, you watch the anime? I forget.
You do, don't you?
No, not really.
Oh.
See,
I'm not the
really
only
big
one.
into anime.
Have you watched a anime before?
If you
Any
count
series?
Ruby and
Ruby's not anime.
no, okay.
Sorry.
Apparently neither
Okay,
of that.
then the only like real anime I've ever watched is Blood Plus, and that was on Netflix.
I haven't seen that one.
I've seen Princess.
It was interesting. That
I
was
think I've
pretty
heard
good.
of that one. I think I know which one that is.
I've seen Princess Mononoke.
All right.
That counts, right?
Sure. It does. It is. It's anime.
Okay.
It's like a film though, not like a series.
I know, but like I've seen it, and I was surprised because I didn't know it was gonna be that violent.
Guys, Neon Genesis Evangelion is coming to Netflix, which means that we have to watch it for the show, and that is going to be a lot of fun because you're not going to have a good time with that. You're not gonna have a good time with Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Wait, how do you know I
it'll be
won't?
really
Like, I mean, I don't hate animation like at all. Like, I know it takes a lot of hard work, but just like I don't know, something about like I feel like at distance from it.
Yeah, but
when I watch that versus like a live action kind of thing, like I like live action stuff more. Or like CGI kind of, not like CGI like movies, like fully, but like I don't mind like CGI characters in my movies.
Right.
I think we got less people watching now.
That's fine. That's all right. But oh my god, I do want to show you Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I don't think I think we'll have a really fun review series of it, but I don't think you're gonna have a good time.
Great. I don't know if there's. I'm trying to think. Well, thinking. Okay, back to my point about like anthology stuff, where it's like if it's like Black Mirror, like one of us could watch an episode.
Yeah.
And then we could just like do it like that, and you just like do it one at a time. Although I've seen a good chunk.
Black Mirror is very like.
I've seen a good chunk of episodes though already.
Segmented, yeah.
Like
I have not actually.
I took a media and philosophy course in college, and I had to watch a bunch of them.
I didn't even watch the lesbian one.
Oh, neither did I want to see that one. I've literally only
it won an Emmy.
It did. I've only seen episodes from season like I think I saw like one from season 1, and then I saw a couple from season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen any, which is bad. They just came out with the
4th season?
No, they just came out with like a new one. It's like different.
What?
It's cool. It sounds really cool.
What is it?
It's like interactive.
Oh,
it's like
fun.
not like a choose your own adventure, but kind of like a choose your own adventure.
Okay.
Thing, which seems really interesting.
Yeah,
I'm really curious.
I'm trying to think if there's a show that like I'm gonna make you watch and you're not gonna have that much fun with it.
Oh boy.
The only one I can think of is like maybe Once Upon a Time when we get to that, because that show just goes
God.
downhill.
I just like I've seen like little bits of
you watch
Once
some of
Upon a
that.
Time.
Yeah, I've seen
that show goes downhill.
It's cringy.
Oh, I can't wait to do that one. I still gotta finish it because it got bad.
I think that'll be a fun one to review, but I don't think it's like the same thing where it'll be
the
fun
first
to review,
3 seasons
I feel
are.
like once they introduced Elsa, it just became a problem.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
I did know that.
Okay, that's fine.
I did know that.
No, but like I think the first 3 seasons are perfectly fine, and then it just goes
the
down.
concept is pretty cool.
It is.
The first, opening concept is interesting.
Didn't they have like friggin' like Dorothy or some?
Yes,
which is weird because
that was season 3.
I don't know much about the show, but it seems like you're taking like classic fairy tales, but then you just like include something from the early 20th century. Doesn't that like?
It's more like does Disney have the right to this?
Well, yeah, okay, I know that.
Because like season 1 had Alice in Wonderland. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, which is also weird. Also, we're talking,
but
like,
that's also
20th century.
But that's a Disney movie,
like literature.
But there's a
which
Disney
is
movie
weird.
with Alice in Wonderland, so
okay,
I was kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
Also, they had Frankenstein at one point too, didn't they?
What?
Why?
Why? Why you Mary Shelley into this?
And then like season 6 just kind of like throws the kitchen sink out of the window, or like jumps. I don't know when it jumps the shark.
Jumps the shark. Maybe it.
Like
Always
maybe
jumps the shark.
I think the end of like I think Mary's like when they introduced like the whole Frozen thing.
Yeah,
that's kind of when it jumped the shark for me. But
I agree.
I also didn't hate season 4 that much.
Oh man, wild.
Yeah, and that kind of I think that show's gonna be fun. I like because like for me if it's like a show that I lose interest in, I kind of just stop watching it.
Yeah.
Like the same thing happened with Once Upon a Time, but it was kind of like making sure that I knew what was going on.
Right.
And like luckily that show ended. So.
Oh my god.
But that show would be fun. Dude, that
sounds like that's probably gonna be fun to do. I don't think I'm gonna have fun watching.
It's also like I realized like this like with that show and then also like other shows that like you kind of watch from like the early like 2000s. It's kind of like seeing like people on that show and then they become a bigger star.
Right. Yeah.
Because that happened. Like most of my times didn't have it that much, but like other shows do. I've realized. Like Veronica Mars, the show I really want to do. I haven't finished it yet.
Oh yeah.
That show you'll like. I
mean,
think.
you have like Kristen Bell, so. And she's very good. The Good Place is a very good show. I haven't seen season 3 yet. Don't spoil it.
I haven't seen The Good Place.
The Good Place is a very good show.
Okay, that might
Watch
be
it. Yeah. Have you seen The Good Place, Mary?
I saw season 1. I stopped.
Season 1's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've
good.
seen the first 2
I wanna
seasons.
keep
I haven't caught up with season 3 yet. I think I'm just gonna wait till that's done.
I haven't watched it. We'll eventually watch season 2 or 3 of Riverdale.
Eventually, we'll get around to that.
That was season 1 was just kind of fun. I had fun with it.
You can't take that show seriously. You cannot.
I've heard from like what happens in season 2, it becomes more ridiculous. And like season 1 wasn't even that ridiculous.
True.
It was perfectly ridiculous.
The show's a dumpster fire, but it's fun.
Also, we've got several Shirley scenes with Cole Sprouse, which is like that helped me get through puberty a bit. So who didn't have a crush on them like when we were kids? Like, luckily it's not weird because like we're all the same age.
That's true. We are like very similar age. Yeah, he's only like a year or 2 older than us.
I think I knew exactly at one point because I had such a crush on them.
Oh my god,
they were like my crush.
Did you do like their birthday and like their birth year?
I did. I think.
Oh my god.
And I was like trying to figure out how much older they were than me.
Yeah.
I knew that they were born in Italy.
That's so funny.
You must have done that with somebody.
That's okay. I do know that Nate Wolf is exactly 2 days older than me.
You mean Nat Wolf?
Nat Wolf. Shit. I do know that Nat Wolf. Yeah, it shows how big of a fan I am. All I know is because I saw it, and I'm like, I'm not used to people having similar birthdays to me, so I just remembered.
They just
2 days before
They just did a movie where they almost like where they had to kill their dog, and by kill their dog I mean put it to sleep.
I don't like that.
Well, I think it was like
don't kill the dog.
No. It was like the dog was old, so they and like sick. And I think like their mom directed it because their mom's a director, and like him and Alex are in it. And there's like a subplot of like Alex is like dating a girl, and then Nat kind of is into her, and then like that happens. Anybody know that movie?
Wild. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know how many people are watching now, so I can't really. I don't know if I can ask.
I think anyone's watching. Just us.
That's okay. We were there for a while. There were more people watching. I thought there would be. So that's nice.
Yeah, that was great. And then they left.
We still got like some time.
It was fun.
I'm trying to think what else is there. We can talk about an end of the year like movies that we've seen.
We always do this, and then you always talk about all these movies that I haven't seen, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't watch any of these. Great.
Infinity War was fun.
Infinity War was great.
The ending was so much fun.
If you all haven't seen our review of Infinity War, it's good, and go watch
it.
Our review of Infinity War was great.
It's good
because we saw this movie at the exact same time in 2 different locations, and then messaged each other saying, "Okay, we have to do a review of this." Then we drove to a
library in King of Prussia.
Oh, now great! Now people know where we are.
Well, no, they don't. Like we're general location.
We're in Eastern Pennsylvania. So we drove to a
mutual place,
like location, which was just like this library in King of Prussia, and then we rented out a quiet room, and then we like basically yelled the whole time about our thoughts about this movie. It was good, and I brought up my bingo card, which was very exciting.
Fun fact: I think Infinity War's on Netflix now.
It is. They just added it.
Which sucks because I really wanted to watch Doctor Strange, and like they took that off now, which kind of sucks.
Did they?
Well, I think it's like a thing that they only allowed like a few movies on.
Yeah, because Disney has their own streaming service, whatever.
Coming out. I was looking up like some of the shows that they were going to do, which kind of spoils like characters are coming back.
Oh yeah.
Like one of them I was totally for, like they're thinking about it because like I assumed that Bucky and Falcon were going to come back, and they said like a buddy cop show, which I am in for.
That's gonna be fun.
That'd be fun.
But Disney is insane.
They're insane,
Disney
but like
Thanos.
they haven't made.
It's so true.
Have you seen those?
No, but they didn't make anything disappear. Well, no.
They'll make things disappear off Netflix.
That's true, but then
they just cancel
like
all the
honestly,
Defender
because like I know do they still have like that 20th Century Fox thing buying that going on?
Oh yeah.
So like if they get that, I would consider getting the Disney streaming thing. Just like have all this stuff, I would consider it. Or if like I heard the shows that they're doing are good because like now they're canceling all like the Marvel Netflix shows, and like somebody said it might be because they're moving them over.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Which if that's the case, well, I'm not surprised.
DC's coming out with their own streaming service, and I'm gonna get it.
Why?
It's already out. Young Justice is coming back January 3rd or 4th. Did any of you guys watch Young Justice?
Nope.
You suck. Young Justice is great, and they canceled it because their Cartoon Network sucks.
So wait, you're literally gonna you're gonna pay money for a streaming service just to watch one show.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm doing that currently. So.
It's Young Justice.
For what?
Show.
For Outlander, don't judge me.
Nice.
Oh, for stars.
I watch Outlander.
I tried watching some of that, and then I kind of got bored, and then, yeah.
I love it. I read the books.
I kind of got bothered because, like, she's married to a guy, and then she time travels, and then she just immediately bangs this other guy.
Okay, not immediately, but
like, within the first season, it
but
was like
Hokey Scotsman.
But, like, what happened to the other husband? And, like, I know, like, his ancestor was a dick, but, like...
I have no idea what they're talking about. This is great.
So, like, she's in the 40s, and then she time travels to, like, ancient Scotland. With a bunch of
1740 Scotland.
17, okay.
So she's stuck there.
And then, like, she meets, like, the ancestor of her husband, who immediately, I think, tries to rape her, like, immediately.
Oh, yeah, he immediately tries to rape her.
Yikes.
And then she gets...
And he looks exactly like her husband in the 40s.
I think he's gonna be on The Crown now, that actor.
Oh, really?
Well, he's the guy, he was also in Game of Thrones. He's in, like, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he is in Game of Thrones.
But
he's a good actor.
I think he's gonna play, like, the older version of Prince Philip on The Crown.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because for a while, they said it was gonna be Paul Bettany, which it would have been for, totally.
Either way. I really like Outlander. It's a good show.
Yeah. That's like...
it's kind of my guilty pleasure.
We could do that show eventually.
Oh my god.
That's interesting.
I know nothing about
I feel like
the show.
I told you, there's time traveling. And
okay,
like,
I get that.
And like Highlander crap.
Love it.
It's a very like housewives kind of show to watch.
Yeah.
That's like a running joke for fans.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Now I kind of want to watch Highlander. We keep like wanting also like a new idea for a show is like first reaction, fan reaction, double feature, which like we want to do. And like the first one's gonna be Dark Crystal and Labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
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 I haven't seen Dark Crystal. I know they're making that new show on Netflix.
I'm excited for that. Well, like you see the cast that just came out for that? It's ridiculous. Like the voice cast.
I only saw the Taron Egerton's in it.
I mean Mark Hamill's in it.
Aww.
And a lot of other big names that are come back.
Oh,
I forget who.
Speaking of Taron Egerton, I'm really glad. I'm not glad. I'm sad I didn't see Robin Hood. I wanted to see that movie. It looks so bad.
It looks so bad.
It did. I'll see it on. I'll rent it.
And they're like, it's not your grandma's Robin Hood. I'm like, what's wrong with grandma's Robin Hood? It's fine.
What is grandma's Robin? Kevin Costner?
Probably Kevin Costner.
Who can't do the accent?
He can't do the accent.
I was like watching like bits of like Robin Hood Men in Tights, which is like that's
Alan Rickman was in the
not Robin Hood Men in Tights.
No, the Kevin Costner one, and he was good in that.
Well, Alan Rickman's good in everything except for
so true.
The only thing I wouldn't say I didn't love him in was like Lee Daniels the Butler when he played Ronald Reagan.
Okay,
not that great. It was fine.
It's an interesting cast.
Yeah, it was an interesting cast. Like John Cusack was Nixon.
Oh.
Robin Williams was Eisenhower.
Who else? Weird cast that is.
Who else was presidents? Oprah was in it, and she wasn't president.
Because we haven't had a woman president yet. Anyway,
did anybody see Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I did.
How was it?
It's good.
Was it better than Ant-Man?
It's about the same.
Was it like
Ant-Man's just fun. Like,
was it a good palate cleanser for Infinity War?
Yeah. Just don't watch the end credits scene.
Yeah, don't watch the end credits.
I know what happens at the end credits scene.
Just don't watch the end credits scene. It's good.
And we got Captain Marvel this year.
Captain Marvel comes out next year. Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, in next year, meaning 3 days from now. But yeah, so I watched the Captain Marvel trailer.
It's fine.
Her punching an old lady though.
That was good.
That was good.
That was really good. But like, I was so mad because I'm like, I really want to love this movie, but I watched the trailer and I'm like, it seems okay. And I was so mad about
I'm more interested than I am excited.
Yeah.
Like I'm interested in like this woman who like had this life and then got crashed on a planet and then became like a hybrid and was like trained as an alien. And I think
then became Green Lantern.
Yes. But then it sounds like she thinks she is this alien person and then like going back to Earth and like getting all these memories back and like forget and like trying to remember who she was.
Right.
That sounds interesting.
And wait, young Samuel Jackson though, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So like it sounds interesting, but like honestly, I don't think it's necessarily Brie Larson or the way she was told to like present the character in the trailer, but like she doesn't seem that interesting as a character. She seems like very like bland.
Yeah,
which
that makes me so nervous because it's one of those things, right? Where it's I mean, this is the first solo like female superhero movie from Marvel.
Yeah,
and like so it's one of those things where it has to be good. It can't not.
I think it's gonna be good. I don't know. I'm not interested right now. Well, I am interested.
It can't just be good. It has to be great to be considered good.
It has to be like Black Panther good.
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, it really has to be it's one of those things, right? We put this heavy expectation on it that it has to be, the Black Panther of like women's superhero, in order for them to like keep giving them the okay to make, lady superhero movies, right? I mean, Wonder Woman was fantastic, and Wonder Woman did what, we're hoping Captain Marvel will do, but I'm not sure Captain Marvel will do that, because it looks like it's going to be a good movie, but does it look like it's going to be a great movie? And if it's not a great movie, people are going to say it sucks.
Yeah,
so that's the problem. That's the problem. Anyway,
honestly, I think I know one of the directors is a woman, but like they're not like known directors at all, which kind of freaks me out a bit. But like, I honestly like, there's like been like bland trailers from Marvel before that like, and the movie usually end up being pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. So like, and again, like I'm interested in it, and like I think there's like one moment from like when the Brie Larson was like in the fighter pilot thing, and she went like that or whatever. So like, make it sound like she probably did have a person. It wouldn't be interesting if like her like when she was like originally Carol Danvers, like she does have a personality, and then through the alien thing she loses it, and then she gains it back. That would be interesting, and I would like that. Well, if they explain if she doesn't have a personality, and they explain why she doesn't have a personality.
Either way, it's better than Man of Steel, where Superman didn't have a personality the entire movie. I said it, I mean it, and I stand by this.
I still haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, you're not really missing much.
I've only seen 3 DC movies. So
Wonder Woman's the only one worth seeing.
Wonder Woman, Batman v Superman.
Oh yeah,
and
we saw that.
We saw that, and Suicide Squad, because we did a live show for that.
Oh, we did. Yeah, you guys should watch our Philly show that we did for that, because that was a lot of fun.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. But
they're making. I think they're trying to make a. The camera go off again.
God damn it. So the battery may have just died. But change battery pack. All right, thanks, friends. So, but yeah. So what am I trying to say here? About Suicide Squad 2. James Gunn's doing that one, right?
What? There's gonna be a sequel?
But James Gunn's doing it.
But then it might just be like Guardians of the Galaxy.
But like isn't that what Suicide Squad was supposed to be? Suicide Squad was supposed to be DC's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It sucked. So like.
Well, no, I think they're trying to make like a Gotham Sirens movie.
I think I did hear that. Are they confirmed with that?
I think so. I don't know what DC's doing anymore.
Nobody knows.
Like, I heard Aquaman's fine. I mean, probably better than, Batman v Superman.
Oh, probably.
And Man of Steel. And maybe...
I wouldn't, like, outright go and see Aquaman. Like, I would just... You know what I mean? Like, I'm not actively trying to see it.
Like, I want to see it at some point, yeah, but I'm not, like,
Like, I gotta go see it now.
Yeah. Unlike Spider-Man, which I'm done to see.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, did you guys see the new costume for Far From Home for Spider-Man?
I didn't.
So it's red and black.
Wait, Spider-Man's alive?
Spoiler alert. No, there's been promos for this, so it's out there. It's a thing.
But he got dusted. No, it's still black.
We all know that Captain Marvel brings people back somehow, some way.
How does Captain Marvel do it?
Captain Marvel's gotta do it, right?
How is Captain Marvel gonna do it?
No idea.
Because she's the best.
Nope. Great.
Because she's got intergalactic.
But anyway, so the red and black suit looks cool, but then apparently there's a second suit, and it's this like black.
Is it like red and black, like Miles Morales' thing now?
Yeah, but then he has this black like stealth suit, and like the fingers are out, and it looks ridiculous. You guys should look it up. It's dumb looking.
I'm just saying, Avengers Endgame trailer did not show me that Spider-Man comes back. That was a good trailer, by the way.
That was an interesting trailer.
I like the trailer.
It's so funny because I'm so weird about watching trailers for movies I know I'm going to see. Like, I say this
but
all the time.
But they revealed the title, which, like, I'm not sure how many people feel about the title. Because it's, like, I think it's, like, average, but, like, it's a decent title.
It's a good title.
But I've also thought about this, like, most of the titles for Marvel movies are not great. Because either, like, the name of the superhero, sequel number, or, like, actual title thing, which is also not that good. Hey. Or, like, they tell you something about the movie, like Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Or Thor, Ragnarok. We got it. We actually, all three of us saw that one together.
That was fun.
We did.
That was like over a year ago.
That's still on Netflix.
I can't believe it. I love that movie.
That was a great movie.
I really love that movie.
The other Thor movies,
they
did not do well.
Well, I think they did well money-wise, or else they wouldn't have made.
Yeah, sure, but like
the first one's fine.
For the most part, people don't really like
Well, because
it's fine.
They're so like bland. I feel like especially because
of all the Marvel movies, those are probably like the least.
What was the Hulk movie?
Hulk movie.
Oh, Hulk movie.
Incredible Hulk was not.
All right, I want to watch that one again. Recent.
I'd say like most of the movies from Phase 1, with a couple exceptions, they're not great.
But they set
the bar. Avengers is good. Iron Man's great.
Yeah. But as far as I feel like for Thor, because he had like Kenneth Branagh on there, I feel like he was trying to like pull in the the Shakespearean
I think it kind of
it's
worked.
like very classical kind of thing, but which is good, but it doesn't necessarily like when you're trying to do a superhero movie, you have to do something that's like different. Trying to play it very like serious wasn't as much fun, but like Taika Waititi like doing his thing with Thor was
I think
insane.
people really liked Thor at the time because everybody thought it was gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then didn't
and
suck.
it wasn't. It was like entirely okay. You're like, oh,
good job, movie.
Thor. All right. But yeah. So.
Yeah. So, but honestly, I think Captain Marvel will be good, and maybe they're just like not trying to like tell us everything. Like that could be a thing. They're maybe like trying to like hide, like they're not trying to reveal everything, and like in order to do that, they're trying to just like they can't have that great of a like a trailer.
It's funny because like they're like, who's in it? Jude Law. They're like, Jude Law. It's gonna be this mysterious character, and like everyone is like, he's Marvel. Duh.
I don't know who that is.
That's where Captain Marvel gets her name from. Marvel, yeah.
Well, I think it's Captain Marvel. It's like there's like no indication also that this movie takes place in the 90s, except for like.
Okay, so my theory I'm putting out there, to set the stage that this movie is set in the 90s, we're gonna open on Spice Girls wannabe.
Why?
Because like that's the only way they can do it, right? Like in the one of like the 3 opening scenes, it's definitely gonna open with the Spice Girls, and like I stand by this. And if that's the case, then you owe me money. I know you're not.
No, because I'm not saying.
Owe me money.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just like
because I'm right.
Okay.
Darn right.
You're darn tootin'. But yeah. So.
But so I don't. Yeah, but I think like at worst it'll be like Doctor Strange good, which I like Doctor Strange, and like honestly like that wouldn't bother me too much because like
I missed out because I didn't see Doctor Strange in theaters.
You didn't, which was,
I only saw it at home and definitely not as great.
It's an experience in theaters.
Like 3D is great.
Oh, that was wild.
That was fun. I should have seen. I didn't see it in IMAX though. I really wish I saw Doctor Strange in IMAX.
I feel like it would have been
the only much. I think the only Marvel movie I saw in like IMAX 3D was the first Guardians movie.
Space movies are so good to see in IMAX.
Man, that series is probably not going to be great for a while.
Well, they put Guardians 3 on hold. They're like,
they're good.
They're just like straight up on hold.
Good.
So just bring back James Gunn.
That ain't good. You know it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen because Disney sucks. Bring him back.
People say like Disney's ruining everything, and I'm just like, art. Like I mean, they're bringing out good content. Still,
but Disney just like has all of us.
They're a corporation, like.
So yeah, Disney's such a corporation. They're gonna own the world one day. True.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It's either gonna be that or Amazon.
It's Disney, Amazon, or Google. Google's on their way. I'm just saying, Google used to have a thing in there like.
I feel like Google and Amazon are gonna like partner up someday.
Oh man! Oh, they're gonna be owned by Alphabet. Alphabet's like Google's like parent company. That sounds super mysterious and is definitely gonna kill us all one day. But Google had a thing in their contract, or like not their contract, but their like policy that says like don't be evil. They recently took that out, so they're about to be doing some evil shit. Anyway, so
our world's run by corporations.
What?
Our world's run by corporations and crap.
You betcha.
So here's the thing. I think Captain Marvel was gonna be like. I don't know. I think we're nervous because like I was also concerned. I remember like even though the trailer for Black Panther looked good and like I like the director a lot, I was so concerned that movie might be crap. And like luckily it wasn't. So I'm like I won't be surprised if Captain Marvel like the surprise like good movie.
I was nervous about Black Panther because it got so much hype.
Yeah,
but it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good.
I was nervous because of how much hype was behind it.
Right, you don't want it to be overhyped.
Like I think I'm gonna like them more, but then I think like I'm gonna cry a lot at Avengers Endgame. Cause like I don't want.
I better cry at Avengers Endgame.
I don't want Cap to die, but he's gonna.
He's gonna. It was on my bingo card for the last movie.
It was, and I was gonna say I don't think so, and then with this one I'm gonna. It's like definite. He dead.
Did you ever hear about my bingo card?
She made a bingo card for Infinity War.
So for Avengers Infinity War, I did this instead of
she technically got bingo. Technically,
yeah. So I made I printed out a blank bingo card and I filled in all of my theories for the movie.
For who was gonna die?
Not just who was gonna die, like anything that was gonna happen.
Okay.
And it was so good. I posted on Facebook, and then people are like sending me like their things and stuff. But so yeah, and then I filled it out and I did get bingo.
You did get bingo.
I did.
You
I have to
were
pull that
bingo.
up.
Technically, I
Oh,
love
it's
your
like
free
this.
space
Yeah.
was my favorite because it was just
The free space was. It was just.
And then what was the
What
other
was the
one?
most
Like
depressing one for you guys? For that movie? Like which death was the most depressing?
Spider-Man made me cry almost.
That was well done.
That was well done. Cause
I had literally seen Black Panther like 2 days before I saw Infinity War,
Oh,
so I'm like,
really?
what?
well, like here's to make me sad because the second I saw that, I'm like, okay, well everybody's coming back then. Because like,
So that
He
was
has to.
that was my bingo card. I can show you after the stream.
Captizes
And then you can see my bingo things. So
Amazing.
yeah, I'll show you. I'll actually like read it.
but like
through it.
the second like T'Challa went Dusty, I like knew that everybody was coming back.
Yeah, right.
Because like honestly, I think the smartest thing they did was that they had Bucky get Dusty first.
Get dust. He bit the dust, and by bit I mean he became it.
Dude, that was like the logo for like the Marvel thing for a long time. Just like people like going and getting dusted away. I thought that was funny.
Dust in the wind. All we are. Is
So yeah, but I thought that was smart because like Bucky's a character that like you could see going.
Right.
So that was really smart.
Yeah, that was a character that like he could like you're not sure if they would bring him back or they wouldn't bring him back, but like as they did the more characters,
Yeah,
you're
you're
like,
just-
oh yeah, they're
you're
all,
like,
they're all
eh.
coming back.
But like Spider-Man was just that 'cause, like he sensed it, and then Tom Holland's just like crying a bit,
Tom Holland's good.
and then like
He's so good.
Tony's just kind of like sad because
That was real sad.
his buddy dying,
His son.
his son character. Is that all they're doing that? I could totally be fine with like Spider-Man becoming like not Tony Stark, but like like kind of like running Stark Industries for a bit because like
Interesting.
I know like you said you
Having
don't think.
an actual Stark internship.
That was really good.
Like I know you said like I know you said like you don't think Tony's gonna die, which like I could see going either way. Like you said like he might just like not be able to be Iron Man again.
Yeah, he's not gonna die.
Well, like, I think I've seen this like Robert Downey Jr. is just like so grateful to like everybody who gave him a chance after he
All of his life stuff. Yeah.
and like that's like I mean that's cool of him. Like you've seen him, he'll like just do cameos and stuff. Like I really like I think the movie The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah.
That was a Shane Black movie, and apparently he just plays a corpse in it.
Nice.
Because Shane Black helped because he's in Kiss Bang Bang, which is also a great movie.
What good acting.
And then he had like this like weird cameo in Chef. Where he's just like
Did
yeah, I think
that
it
was a Jon Favreau movie.
yeah,
right?
and it's like so like Robert Downey Jr. became a better person after all the drugs.
There's redemption for everyone.
There is.
Yay.
Even if we I don't know for everyone.
For
For people who try and want to do good and have
for people who didn't like do bad things to other people, just themselves. Anyway.
getting philosophical.
Anyway, 2018.
2018
hell
was
of a year.
It was a year.
Hell of a year.
I mean, we had some good movies. We had some not so great movies and TV shows. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff. I like Solo, a Star Wars movie,
I keep wanting to see that, and I haven't seen
more
it yet.
than I liked Rogue One. At least like
I agree with you.
Yeah, like it's not great, but it's
It's a
better.
thing, it's
Like
there.
Rogue One is Rogue One's less fun than Solo.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Some people think that they're like, "Oh, Rogue One, it's like my new favorite Star Wars movie." I'm like, it's not that
No,
good.
Literally
It's
just
not-
Darth Vader
it's
was the
not
only
that
best part.
good.
The
Darth
third
Vader
act
was
is
the best part.
the third act is really good.
Third act was great. The stuff leading up to it was
Yeah.
bland.
Yeah.
That actress, what's her name?
Felicity Jones.
Yeah. No, I didn't like her.
I don't really like her.
She's about.
She's in the Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She
movie,
plays
right?
Ruth Bader
But
Ginsburg.
I was like, I don't know, in the trailer, something about her.
No,
acting,
she
I just don't like.
She has an Oscar nomination because she was in The Theory of Everything.
Oh.
And I think she was almost Black Cat in the Amazing Spider-Man movies before they got
Really?
shut down.
Oh, okay. Aw.
And then I had some,
Black
I
Cat.
had some. I think I had my buddy like because I saw like the new Spider-Man video game stuff with Black Cat, and I'm like, so Black
God.
Cat.
Did you
so,
see those cutscenes? I never played the game, but I watched
Yeah.
the cutscenes.
No, I didn't see
So
the scenes.
so Black, but I'm like, so Black Cat is Catwoman, essentially.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of painful.
But she's
to
got,
watch.
like, a rack.
So does Catwoman.
Well, yeah, they both do.
Catwoman hasn't, like, yeah, but, like, Black Cat is, like, busty.
Is she?
I think it's also just the costume
Depends
design,
who draws her, I guess. But every time I've seen her,
We didn't get any more suggestions for new shows.
Y'all suck.
So so next, don't say that to people. Well, we got Sweet Vicious, and then we said our next show is Gravity Falls. I'm not going to say what my next show is. A, because it's a secret.
Yeah.
B, because it actually might change. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm so excited to start talking about Gravity Falls, y'all.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I know. That's what I like so much. You don't know anything about it. And like,
I told you I knew there's twins.
Yeah.
And they go to...
You didn't know they were twins until I told you they were twins.
He makes a cameo.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I thought they were just siblings.
See, he plays the bratty girl's dad. What's the word?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, Pacifica.
Who?
Yes, I almost forgot about that. Pacifica Northwest. Great character.
Anyway. Then they go to a camp, and then it's like Friday the 13th.
Great. All right.
How long have we been going?
We should wrap it up. I think we've been going for like 2 hours now.
Yeah, close enough. All right. Is all the stream stuff down here? Or like to connect with us? No. All right.
With us.
Thank you for watching us. If you did watch us, hi. Thank you for commenting.
Yay.
If you're watching this later on, you can leave a comment down below.
We'll still talk about it later, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we'll read them in when we start Gravity Falls, we'll read those comments.
Yeah.
And like us and subscribe. We were I think we hit 300 this year.
I think this is the year that we hit 300.
And then we hit 350, and then it kind of just like was stagnant for a while.
Yeah, but that's our fault.
It is our fault. We'll get better, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Next year we'll get all gung ho on this, and
it's our New Year's resolution.
I don't like New Year's resolutions.
Aw, that's sad. Okay.
Anyway, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube. We're on iTunes. I think we need to update that a bit. What?
Oh, that way. I was trying to point. I didn't know which way all our stuff was. I don't know. I guess descriptions aren't here anymore. Descriptions used to be
they're
back
down
here.
here.
Like 2006, but now they're
the comments are over here.
So, anyway, continue.
We're on iTunes. I think we're going to update that soon. You can rate and review and subscribe there. I don't know how you can tell who subscribed though.
No, we don't.
I think there's a way, and I know they were changing it. I didn't really look into it. So there's that. We're on iTunes if you just want to listen to the audio stuff.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook, facebook.com/wittyclothes. You can comment there and like us, and that.
Send us memes.
There you go. Yes, we're on Twitter @wittyclothes. You can tweet us and follow us.
Yeah, tweet at us
and like our tweets.
Yeah, I do the Twitter.
She does the Twitter because I don't really know Twitter that well.
So if somebody's talking on the Twitter, it's probably
we might try to tweet more this year. Who knows?
Our New Year's resolution is to tweet more.
We do have a Patreon. We don't update it that much because we don't right now. I don't know. We're at the great point to force you guys to give us money, not force you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give us your money, punk. Anyway, continue.
If you want to give us if you want to make a donation, we have set goals for Patreon, but we haven't had enough people to do that. We have our goals for Patreon, but we'll probably change that eventually. And once we get enough, we'll start doing that. So. We have a website, which also we need to work on.
We have a website. Our website has all the links on it, so just go check that out. It's wittyclothesproductions.com.
It's kind of just the links right now, but we'll work on the update. I really want to do a forum for shows, a first reaction and fan reaction forum. If you guys have any other ideas, let us know.
Yeah, talk to us.
What else is there?
We're very lonely.
We have an email.
wittyclothes@gmail.com. Send us memes, please,
and other stuff.
Or if you want to collab.
That too.
We like to collab. We don't collab a lot, but we like to.
We haven't done. I don't think we've done any collabs.
We've talked to people about collabing, but we haven't gone to because life is crazy.
We're working on it. We haven't talked. We've done people have come onto our show, like Mary here, and other friends. But we haven't collabed with a podcast.
Well, I'll give you guys an idea.
Okay.
If you're up for this.
Okay, what's the idea?
What's up?
So, little confession here. So my boyfriend and I, what we like to do for fun is we like to dress up.
It's getting really saucy.
It's getting really saucy. No. Listen. We like to dress up as Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, and just.
Didn't you do that in Philly? I saw that picture.
We did. We go out in public to wherever we want, and just hang out in our costumes.
I love it.
So we're thinking about potentially starting a YouTube channel with us just dicking around in our costumes. Can I say dicking around?
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, we say fuck sometimes.
So maybe if you guys ever wanted to do something like that with us.
Oh, that sounds.
Does it just have to be superhero characters, or can we do other
You can do whatever. I mean,
okay.
Open whatever you guys want to do. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys talk about superhero stuff on your show, so if you're into that.
Yeah. Okay. So
I know. I was just thinking because there's other nerdy characters I'd want to dress up as.
I mean, yeah.
Mainly dress up as a female version of the 11th Doctor.
Ooh.
Because I want to wear a bow tie.
All right.
Go for this. So I don't know, but
somebody needs
so
does somebody have like a tattoo of like a mustache here?
people do. Not me.
That's so.
Do you have a channel though yet? So
No, this is all.
Okay.
Okay, well, when that happens,
once we know that is, we'll plug it on the show, so you guys can go watch it. Because I'm very excited to see this.
Actually, we might be doing it tomorrow. Like going out to the mall tomorrow and doing it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna record ourselves on our phone.
I love it. I love it.
Yay!
Make sure you record this way though, not this way.
Yeah, because
This is a general PSA for everyone.
That's just offensive.
If you're recording on your phone, do this for the love of God, and also get a new case if you have a case that looks like mine. Thank you.
I mean, like taking a picture you can do vertically. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. But video has to be horizontal, or else you're just offending everybody.
Good to know.
That's like just as if I can't make a joke out of it.
Don't. Let's not. Okay, let's wrap it up here.
We're done. We're gonna go see some movies now.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.